Oh, yeah. Here it comes.
Aww. Yeah!
Welcome to the LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and I'm currently looking for answers because my life depends on it.
Well, and I am Ryan's brother Dan, and you have made a place in my heart where I thought there could be no room for anything else. You have made flowers grow where I cultivated dust and stones. Remember this on your journey you insist on making. If you die, I will not survive you long.
Dan, why are you making me cry?
It's too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Speaking of too soon,
Oh,
MaTsDaGgerX.
MaTsDaGgerX
episode 69?
Dagger.
Brother Dan. Yes, listen to my intros.
Oh my gosh.
It's episode 69.
Nice.
Nice. I know.
Nice. Thank you, MaTsDaGgerX. You
Thank you.
crazy man, you.
Seriously.
You
Nettie won that one.
king amongst poppers.
Oh, yeah. So, Jesus Christ, how's everyone doing, man?
I'm doing
What a
fine. How
week.
you doing, Ryan? Everything go okay?
Yeah, but, you know,
Okay.
the jury's out with the vet and the dog, but we'll find out tomorrow. So I'm still on edge. So
Okay.
I'm drinking.
Well, we got fingers crossed, and we have a chat. Hey, Ryan's dog is going through stuff, so let's all think great things.
And she's like 420 years old.
She is 420 in 69 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
Jesus, now I got to change all my passwords, Dan.
nice.
Serious.
Sorry.
Nice.
So let's go, Cirrus, and let's go us. Hi, guys.
Let's
Hi,
go.
Kay.
Let's explain what's going on. Todd will not make it. This is his week where he is with the Green Ajas, his contractually obligated group sex. And then, what is happening?
What?
Ah!
Good.
You got to be kidding me.
Nice.
All right.
Only Village Mattress. So
goodness.
with
Thank you, Chris.
an offer like that.
All right, we might have to actually simulate some 69 before the end of the episode.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh,
Oh yes.
no.
Oh yes.
That's the new improv game.
Oh,
No and.
Yes.
No. Oh yes.
No
Oh,
and.
Isn't the Aes Sedai symbol kind of a 69?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There's the pee hole in the butthole.
There's a pee hole in the bottle. Okay. Okay. Pee hole in the bottle.
Well, that's like the yin and
Yeah,
yang.
I'm sorry. The yin yang's got
That's
the pee hole.
the yin and the,
The-
ew.
The Aes Sedai is like the Ken dolls and Barbie dolls, no holes.
No holes, no pee. You guys, tell me one time in the books where they pee. Doesn't have it.
Hey.
No, they don't urinate. They don't have to.
So I think Joe's in chat right now, and if he wants to jump in the stream and listen to my rant for a little second, I listened to what you guys did to my character Lipitor, my precious, amazing, smarter than he wants you to think he is, rageaholic Lipitor.
Your character did fabulous, right?
You did so good. I
Fucking
think
broke
it was
him open the
great.
door with his great axe.
you weekend at Bernie's me.
we
Which
did
was-
get a Bernie.
That's what I was trying to drive and text, and I think I just gave like an exclamation point at one point. But I was
Yeah,
like,
I saw an exclamation.
this is a tragedy.
You were like, "Rrr." Yeah, we pushed you in a wheelchair across the desert. I don't know. No,
this
through a
is
jungle.
cool. Todd,
Oh.
it's mutual. All right.
Ooh, maiden seal.
What? Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Well,
Todd-
that makes sense.
Todd's mystique grows.
The mystique of Todd.
All right, and Josh is going to be joining us when his children go to beddy bye, because
Well, Joshy Poo.
he is a responsible young man.
It is.
He's a responsible young man, and you know what? it's only a coincidence that he did donate $69. But gosh darn it, guys, we haven't done a village mattress ad in a while.
A full, I give it the full treatment?
Giving it the full treatment. Yes. It's. I think I got a little discouraged because I heard that there really hadn't been much people even listening to what I'm asking, like picking up the phone and just calling this man Chris.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
He's been here in our chat every time since the beginning.
He's here. He's ready to give a discount.
Right.
And all you have to do is call the nicest man in the world.
Wait, what kind of discount though?
So sweet.
I hear it's 30 to 50% off selected items.
You know what? I need to redo these ads.
Hubba.
But yeah, mention our show for 30 to 50% off the entire order. Some people don't understand that this is Case and I posing.
Oh, cheese and rice, Ryan.
Case and I is the model. I'm obviously that handsome model. You can't go wrong with the fully clothed. You gotta
seriously. You get a bedroom set for let's say it retails for $2,000. You can maybe get it for $1,000 or
Can you imagine that?
That's
yes.
That's real money you're saving. So all right, we all want to sleep. We don't want to sleep under a hedge. Don't want to sleep in a dang on hay in a barn. We want good mattresses. We want good pillows. We want good sheets. And Chris has them. Treat yourself. Treat your family. And check it out, man. Village Mattress.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let rumor has a nameless maybe contact. All right. Well, good luck on that.
I mean, he'll get the deal of his lifetime.
I hope he asks you to
for Nameless.
Yeah, I hope he asks you to sponsor him too.
Guys, you can maybe sleep on the same mattress that King Nameless is sleeping on.
What? King Nameless? No. You want to sleep on the same mattress this bitch sleeps on.
Yeah.
That's
Ableist? No, come on.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? We got types for all types.
Yeah,
so
talking about episode 69.
Let's go.
All right, no, for reals though. If let's target market. Have you been out of college for over 10 years and you're stuck in your middle management position and you have a single bed, and whenever that man or woman or in betweener comes over to your house and you want to impress them, there's always just something a little bit you little excuses. And then if they sleep over, they usually leave in the middle of the night because they don't want to be slumped down in the middle of your V-shaped mattress. Yeah. So once you up your mattress game, your sex life improves dramatically. If you're a D&D character, all of your D&D characters' charisma gets a 10 bonus points. Yep. That is
all
canon.
Your spells get recovered. You have a sleep. You wake up, all your spells are back.
In your bed.
I know my audience. Yeah, 10 years out of college, MR, really? Come on.
We're all there.
All right,
at least 10 years out of college, Ryan.
At least. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 30 to 50% off. If you just want to get better sheets, boom. Call this man up. Boom. I started off, I dipped my toe in. I started off, and what I got was just some better sheets. So let's look at I think I have some before and afters.
Well, that was the first time you got some better sheets.
Look how comfy.
Look at him all lonely on this nice bed, though.
I know this is
very lonely.
Yeah. It was not long after this. I put this shot online on my Tinder. And Case and I swiped right.
I saw it on Grindr.
I was like, those sheets look cozy.
She's like, I want to dive in those sheets.
Just move that puppet, and I'm just going to take a nap.
Move that. I'm just going to fling him off the bed.
Oh, my God.
So, guys, all right. So, Village Mattress, the phone number was there. Yeah, and we'll pop it. Yeah, come on.
This
great
is
for pegging.
a callback from last week. Thank you.
I
So comfy.
love it.
And you know what? You can get pegged on that mattress and have a glass of wine on like another part of the mattress, and the glass of wine will not spill.
That is true.
Even though you're getting railed.
I hear that you can
Actually, I have not tried that, but
I hear that you could commit a crime on that mattress, and there's no DNA evidence can be found because of the microfibers.
Microfibers. All right, guys, let's get into the book, shall we?
Sure.
Shall we?
Yes.
These were good chapters. I enjoyed these.
This first one is called Customs of Mayene. It is chapter 14, and it is a parent chapter. This is continuing as soon as Matt had left. So in the last week we talked where Matt had like gone and looked for Perrin, and Perrin was already packing. And Matt bolts. He's like, "Well, I ain't going back to the Two Rivers." But Perrin is.
I think Mayene invented speed dating.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I mean, like just like Customs Mayene, we're basically talking about, you know, her, right? And like, you know, just how she's just aggressively like sexual. I mean, it's great. Like, I just love the idea that, you know, that's customary. Her behavior is customary. We're supposed to look at Berlin and be like, oh, that's just how they do in Mayene. That's just how they do. They steal husbands in Mayene. It's just a custom. We can't even judge it. It's a custom.
She did keep saying to Rand that like she was, she's like, oh, we do things differently there, right?
Uh-huh.
Right,
yeah.
but the
I was
only
in
time
another
she
chapter,
uses-
but yeah.
Up the butt.
Correct. And that's what it's insinuating, but the only time that
Hello.
Are you done reading, you filthy animal?
Hello.
Man.
I had to catch up on the book, you know.
Uh-huh.
He's so slow.
I feel like a
as you
weight
all
just
know.
came off my back.
The phrase "a custom of Mayene" was used by Berlane as soon as she disarmed Fael.
I was about to say, Ryan, I think that's a very male interpretation of what the customs of Mayene are. I disagree. I think it's about the fact that they don't use assassins. Instead, they get up close and personal and kill you 1-to-1.
By motorboating you?
No. Why do you think Berlane could defend herself against Fael? Because she's a fucking martial arts master.
Yes.
Yep.
She was trained to defend herself against possible death from...
With her jobs.
It says a custom of Mayene. The Terrans do like to use assassins, and the guards cannot always be close at hand. I despise being attacked, farm girls.
Farm girl.
All right. Well, I mean,
Where
yes.
have you heard that
He arrives.
before?
She did say
Farm
the
boy.
customs of Mayene, and that's the name of the chapter. But I like to be less literal, Josh. I'm trying to look underneath it.
Josh is he
underneath the sheets, so to speak.
Yeah. This is a.
Cute.
Let's remind everyone. This is the LeafCast 69th episode ever. Which is not we're probably easily capping over 100 episodes of everything we've ever done. We've done probably 200 live streams in our life, but of this little precious baby, the LeafCast 69. If you've been here from the beginning,
yeah.
We did predict.
Put that on your tombstone. What's that,
We did
Josh?
predict we would get here and that the episode would start out with a sexual innuendo, which you certainly delivered on, Ryan.
Wow. That's true.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of these chapters for delivering also because there's the sexiest scene that I have ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
In these chapters right here. And I got all tingly for it.
There was like one of the best chapters in the book to date, and then like one of the worst chapters.
Okay, we'll debate about that later, Joshy Pie.
Joshy Pie. Ooh, Joshy Pie.
I can't wait, Katie Pie.
Well, it's just cute when
Katie
you
Cake.
say it.
Let's go ahead and drink
cute when I
for the line perfume.
I got, you know what, Brother Dan? I got it. Yeah, I got to give it to Glenn. I do remember when we did our very first. We did live stream.
I think you were too.
No, we didn't live. Yeah, remember we would premiere our episodes?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think Glenn was there. Glenn was
Oh
there.
my gosh!
Yeah, when I had
wow.
we were little tiny little puppets.
The value of marketing, right, Glenn? You heard of us from us.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
This has been a long time. Congrats, you guys. This is a lot.
It seriously has
This
been.
is a huge accomplishment.
I'm super stoked. Yeah. I mean, it's arbitrary. It's 69.
No, but it's
like
a lot,
50 and 100.
I was
this
saying
number is important to this group.
Yes, and let's all we'll do a group 69 at the end.
If someone's username is Wheel of Time Fan 70, you figure that they're probably 52 years old. You have someone who's called Wheel of Time Fan 69, and you figure it's Ryan.
Yeah.
This is great. I started only with
you.
Yeah, Tadori started episode 7 though. That was pretty early too, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So we do have a drinking obligation, guys. Do you have drinks, you guys? Everyone. It says
certainly.
It says perfume wafted into him as soon as the door cracked. It made him think of climbing flowers on a hot summer night.
Yeah. That was scary, right?
Holy shit. That was Who Framed Roger Rabbit face right there.
So, for those of you that can't tell, this is my real hair tonight. And therefore, you will see more of my face.
Yeah.
Real hair, real face.
Real hair.
Which means more facial expressions.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. We're having fun.
Go with it.
On and on. Brother Dan, back to you.
Brother Dan, back to you.
Barrelane just walks into Perrin's room. Do. Hi. Close the door.
All sexy like.
All right, when he smells her, is he really just smelling her juices? I'm sorry. I'm going to piss Joss off today.
She is ripe for the taking. But
different than usual, Ryan.
Is he smelling her pheromones? How about that? Her pheromones, or is he smelling her perfume?
Both. Because he does comment on the scent of perfume. So
it says a tantalizing scent, not heavy, not to anyone but him, but nothing Fael would wear. So Fael doesn't get the juices then? No, Fael's got to get the juices.
And it's a heavy scent to Perrin, right?
You're
is
right.
the implication here.
Yeah. You're right. No, not something Fael would wear is what I recall.
Right. Yeah. Of course she would not wear barely. Anyways, Benjamin Reno, 100% disagree with you, my friend. 69.
What is that? What did that say?
He says 69 is for teenagers. Let's just stop with that sentence. 69 is for teenagers. Nope.
Nope.
All right, moving on.
Village Mattress, call him. It'll get better.
I would say it's still on the menu, but it's rarely ordered. But it's still on the menu.
Do you ever just accidentally find yourself there?
Whoops.
All right, so Barrelane.
I mean, consensually, of course.
Oh, of course.
Ecstatically.
Obviously, when you're in a loving, committed relationship in the same bed, you just whoops. 69.
Mm-hmm. It's those
Whoopsie 69. I like it.
Whoopsie 69. It's those bamboo sheets.
They're slippery and so nice. Yeah, I can't even.
Go on.
Brother Dan.
Yes.
I think it's your.
Shake it away.
We are we're on page 225, which equals 9, which divided by 3 plus 3 is 6. So I can see why you guys are all into 69 right now. It's numerology. I don't blame you.
Totally.
All right.
14 makes 3. Yeah.
Oh God.
They really are.
So Bearlane's like, all right. She starts spilling her guts. She's like, all right, yeah, you're leaving. I'm leaving too. Yeah.
Out of here
You
too.
can just tell Rand. And Perrin's like, yo, name's Paul. That's between y'all. I don't give a fuck. Tell an Aiel. Tell a servant. Tell someone else. I'm not even going to see the guy anymore. She's like, you're not going to... What? What? You're not going to deliver a message? He's like, no, fuck no.
Oh.
I'm busy. I'm leaving.
Find some little bitch boy to do it for you.
Find some other bitch.
Did anyone else pick up? Did you all pick up on all of the horse trader metaphors throughout this first couple pages?
No,
of this
Josh. God.
Oh, what? Talking about the book makes you shake your head?
No, I listening to you sometimes makes me shake my head when I am listening to all the beautiful metaphors that you bring up that I did not
Catch,
pay
I
attention
know.
to.
What do you mean? Wait, so okay, so
There's too much
she-
to absorb.
Feeling
She
the
tosses
ankles
her
and checking the
head.
teeth.
She tosses
ahead.
her head like a mare, which reminds
I
him
did
of
actually
Edmund's
see
Field, the
that.
mare who would take a bite out of you. Then we get, yes, the horse trading metaphor, literally, where Perrin says he realizes he's standing there without a shirt on, naked to the waist. Her intense scrutiny abruptly seemed like the study of a horse before purchasing. Next thing, she would be feeling his ankles and inspecting his teeth.
Yes,
Feeling
actually, I read that one a few times. I listened to it like 4 and then read it like 10 or something.
all right,
I'm
so
kidding.
so Josh, tell me. So what do you think? You think Robert Jordan's attracted to horses?
No.
Is that what you're getting from Mariah?
That's it. I mean, yeah, yes.
I think it's interesting because normally we get dog metaphors from Perrin, but we've switched metaphors to a new animal, which also a village animal, presumably something he's familiar with. But he's also thinking about leaving. And
Not a pack animal.
Mm-hmm.
Not a pack animal, exactly, and taking his leave. I don't know, just interesting. I think there's a third one as well. I forget where it is, but anyhow.
Uh-huh. No, that's great. So what do you make of it though? Is it has something to do with Berlane or Perrin?
What's his internal dialogue that we're hearing here? So yeah, but why does he see her as a mare? I guess it's something
He
to
just
do
wants a
with
rider.
Rider, pride.
He wants to ride her, put her away in that stable wet, and good to go. Or done for or something. I don't know.
Oh, the blacksmith, right. Blacksmiths make horse.
Oh,
Alright.
they make horseshoes. You're right. Yep.
That was the third thing.
There you go.
A farrier? Is that what the people who shoe horses are called, I think? Farriers?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know.
I was just in Ocala yesterday.
But she actually isn't asking to shoe her horses. She's asking for ornamental
ironwork. Yeah.
For her
Right.
bedchamber windows.
Yep.
And it does make his hackles rise. So I guess there's that wolf metaphor.
There's
as
still
well.
the wolf metaphor and wanting to
he
wants to howl at the end of the chapter as well.
A drink.
Or at the end of the section, rather, after he chases off Fael.
Yeah, so Berlane says, I always get what I want in the end. She's talking, and Fael jumps in. Perrin, I heard a rumor, but... And Berlane's standing right next to him, does some little sexy thing with her arm on his neck, repeats the fact that she always gets what she wants, and leaves. And Perrin's like, oh, crap, I'm busted. And she doesn't say anything. She's just like, okay, whatever.
Okay, what do you think of Berlane right now?
I like her.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I do. Yeah, no, it's not
Cool.
That's what you want to just like a one sentence answer. That's what I think.
I never just want a one sentence answer, but it's up
Well,
to
I
you.
like her. Yeah, it's fine.
That's great.
I like her. She's weird and she's creepy and she's trying to steal another chick's dude, so she's kind of a little rat bastard, but I also just kind of respect her. I think that she's been through some shit based on our shows, and I don't know. I'm like, I wouldn't be mad at I'm not mad at her for trying to flaunt her shit to get what she needs out of this world that we're reading about.
I like this. All right, I mean, Carrie John, who's I think Karri might be attracted to Bella. Here we go.
Carri, I think we need to put a fund. I don't know. How do we do that?
All right, now.
Well done.
Sorry.
Here's a good point. Glenn says Berlin is great, and I seriously don't think she actually puts out. That's her power over men. She doesn't have to, and she does admit to only having sex with 2 other people for political reasons.
Whoa, Glenn! You don't think that she would have had sex with Rand that night when she went into his chambers? I mean, do you guys? She went in there looking for the Randy.
I do think that she would have that night.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Like, you want to search me?
Right?
Yeah, BR doesn't agree. BR is like, no, she puts out.
She puts out. Well, at least it was gonna.
Yeah, I think so too.
So why do you guys? What conversation did she have with Ruark? Was it that she hit on Ruark?
No. He was pissed off at her for fighting with Fael.
Yeah, but they had already had a talk. And that's what she didn't want to have repeated in front of Fael.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but that was early on.
It was something embarrassing.
Right? It's something super embarrassing. I had the impression it was early on, like much earlier on. Can you guys help?
It was like I think it was book 3. She kind of like set sights on Ruark and was like, oh, look at that dance, and then like we don't know, but now we know. They fill in the blanks with this moment.
Yeah, they're
like you see a POV of her and she's like hubba hubba to Ruark, and then next thing you know, Ruark's like, do we need to have a talk again? And she fucking runs away.
And he says 1, and she runs.
Which is again like, okay, what is okay? This is weird. I was really upset with this.
It implies the like leaning the girl over your knee and like giving a pat again. It felt like, it's like this was the equivalent of the classic Robert Jordan.
Gonna make me pull out
the
my
girl over my
feminine
knees.
guns. Huh?
Well, Fael was disciplined by having her arm almost popped out of its socket. There wasn't anything sort of spanking involved with her.
No, not with Fael, but with I mean, it's metaphorical more than literal in this case.
Okay.
The Bear
Lane. Isn't it always though with you?
Not with Robert Jordan.
That's not what I said, but
not with RJ.
True.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Wow.
So, Fael Perrin is pretty much breaking up with Fael here, or trying to.
Yeah, he's like trying to make her disgusted, right? So that
thank you, Village Mattress. Exactly.
He also like yanked Fael's arm out of the socket in the process, though.
Right.
Yeah.
She's
so there was something really fucked up about that whole scene. I feel like that was not a good way to handle that situation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then
they
if
were
the
gonna kill
world
each other,
today, please don't. Well.
Yeah, no, he disarmed him and diffused it. I think it was fine for what it was.
I mean, they would have been pulling each other's weave
I
out,
don't know.
so to speak.
I think
if
that they
he had
could
intervened.
have. I think it's okay for that to happen sometimes, you know? And I think you just have to let like two bitches go at it.
You let go, I'll let go. You let go, I'll
let it go.
It would have gone viral. Who do you think would have won? You think Bear Lane would have beat the shit out of her?
I think Bear Lane would have beat the shit
cell
out of her.
phones,
Yeah.
it would have gone viral and definitely.
But I mean, but also think like, all right, but also Fio could be like, I think Fio would like pretend dead.
Oh, Fio would fight dirtier than Bear Lane.
Yeah, I think Fio would in the end get Bear Lane because she will somehow like figure something out. She will withstand. Yeah, something will happen. But yeah. It's funny. He didn't get physical till weapons came out. That's true. Ruark is a peacemaker. We only assume so at this point in the book.
It felt very much like it was. Yeah,
I do not see Ruark as a peacemaker at this point. Village Mattress.
He was enforcing the pact.
He was enforcing the peace pact.
But I don't like the way he.
I
personally don't like the way he handled the women. So I don't think it was a peaceful way to handle the situation.
He could have sat them down and had them talk about their feelings.
You don't bend a woman over your fucking knee and spank her, metaphorically.
Let's not get into spoilers. How many fucking people has Ruark killed?
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'll bring a Ruark to a knife fight.
There'd be no knives. He'll take them from you.
Yeah, he'll win. All right, so Perrin pretty much dumps Fael, or thinks that he does. He's like, all right, I'm going by myself. I don't want you coming. She's like, well, you're dumb, and I'm going to come anyways. And why is it so dark in here? Because Bear Lane likes it, and is she going to come? And he's like, yeah, she's pretty fucking hot, actually. Thanks for noticing.
She invited me to her hometown, and I just might go.
Yeah,
nice.
So he was packing his saddlebags when she came in.
All right, see you, BB.
He was essentially.
Feel free to keep the stream on mute.
Bye, Ben.
You don't have to listen. Just keep it on. Shit.
Yeah, that's what we're telling everyone. Fuck.
Fuck.
We're not that. Yeah, fuck, and then put us on mute.
No, I want everyone watching to be actively engaged. If you're not going to be actively engaged, just leave. Just go.
Dan, you're right. They're not numbers.
Yeah.
No, they're not numbers.
Well, they're not. There are people that we care about.
Yeah.
We love
real
them.
friends.
We're only here for them.
I just dumped them like Perrin dumped Fael. I'm like, just go, and then as soon as they're gone, I'm like,
please come back.
But they're gonna.
Wait, why are you going? Where you going? Don't go.
Yeah. So he pretty much is like, yeah, Bear Lane is hot. I'm gonna go over there. She invited me. Huh? She's pretty hot, right? And Fael like gets all mad and leaves, and he's like, dang it, Fael. It's because they're gonna kill me, and I'm going to just kill myself. Oh, I wish you could understand. He wants to howl with grief. And then it jumps to Fael. Fael's like all fire and fury, and she runs into Bear Lane, and she's like, bitch, hands off my man. She's like, I didn't see no collar. She's like, and everyone goes, ooh.
They go, oh.
Like, it's mine. Whips out a knife. Maybe I will shave your bald. Maybe I'll just cut off all your hair. And Bear Lane's like, oh yeah. Flips her, takes her knife. She's like, yeah, you know what? Just because you attacked me, I am going to take your man. I'm going to take your man. And you can't have him back until I'm done with him. And maybe he doesn't even want you. You're going to be such horrible sloppies. Seconds.
Take him down. Take him down to Chinatown. You can have my sloppy seconds.
Bear Lane's like, hey, it's my milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
And their life is better than yours.
It's better than yours.
I could teach you, but I'd have to charge. So, and then Fael's really like, well,
I think he secretly knows all the lyrics, but he's only pretending to know.
Yeah,
he knew one line more than me, but I think he knows them all.
I want to hear the rest. He's
rubbing his nipples.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
In my
Should
life,
we all do that?
better than yours.
So Fael whips out a second knife. She's like, let's go. Barrelane, it doesn't even look like she's going to even use the first knife. But Ruark comes, disarms him with a smile.
Well, she holds it like a courtier, like it's a fan, which there's a bunch of fan metaphors. And like one of the things we learn about Fael is that she rejected
the fan.
The
Yep.
lace fan.
Yeah. Yeah, she never
Which
thought
we
that
talked
she would
about
ever
before,
hold
like
it
that
again.
she's sort of like the child of a courtier, right? Or Moraine deduced by the fact that she was named what she's named, that she was born to be a courtier.
Uh-huh.
Which is
to break
like,
men's hearts or something. I forget the
Courtesan
specific.
or courtesan?
Courtesan.
Uh-huh. Courtier.
Courtier.
Yeah, just like a debutante, kind
Courtesan.
of like your whole life is just designed to like
Yeah.
get the most like powerful husband and go to balls.
That's not a debutante.
No, in her culture though, like I'm just trying to think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of parallels.
Gotcha. Yeah,
in her culture, like she said, like she's like, well, can fucking Barrelane like falcon and recite poetry at the same time? Can she do this and this and this? All of things I think are dumb.
I'm
kind of think I'm like personally, I think so
be
far
right
like Fael's culture is dumb.
I don't think falconing and reciting poetry is that hard. You're just holding a bird.
You're right.
I mean, if you know the poem, what the fuck? That's not that hard. Duh.
That's a good point. I just thought it was the most hoity-toity thing, but actually, think about it. Like, yeah, she's like, can she like set a dinner table with the salad forks in the same place?
I swear that I will
Does she
never
fucking
see a
know?
poem lovely as a tree. Ah! Thank you. Done. Dummy. All right, so Ruark, I agree. I don't know if you think that Ruark is an evil guy. I think that he came in and
how about
was
here?
restoring the peace.
Oh,
I think
don't
teaching your
he's
falcon
evil.
to recite poetry is fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I
I
think,
think
so
both
too.
are pretty fucking.
I can only imagine that like the cadence of the poem goes with the falcon's ebb and return,
Like if you get the falcon
Yeah.
to be like, "Phew," like
and like the calls are like,
yeah,
like accentuating.
and it works. Yeah.
I tried to teach it. All he could say was nevermore.
That's
Oh
the
my
Raven,
God,
Dan, not the
yes, yes.
Thank you. I know. Weird, bad context, but yep. Yep.
And Josh has to correct you.
Yep, right out the bat. He's all,
Josh,
no, fucker.
right?
Nope,
Raven.
not a
out
Raven.
the gate.
Not a Raven.
Not
The
a
falcon.
Not a fucking
Not a Raven,
head.
dude.
Not Falcon, Debbie.
No.
Oh,
Gonna
so
squash that joke flat.
Aww.
In an instant.
Look what I made. Josh is all,
Excellent. Look what I made. Squash.
No,
Stone.
it made the moment better. Well, that was loud. Sorry. Okay. Whew.
That was good. Good stuff.
I imagine that the conversation between Barrelane and Ruark was something like,
Get up here.
"Girl, I'm old enough to be your father,"
I'm imagining much the same.
and then like
And-
he like enacts this like patriarchal
And then he ends up spanking
dominion
her.
over her.
She won't take no for an answer, so he has to hit her repeatedly on the butt
You never know.
with an open
It's
palm.
Robert Jordan's universe here.
Oh yeah, I made a number. Look at this. I made a chapter number. We could have put that up earlier.
Oh, hey, that's awesome, right?
Oh my gosh. That'd also be helpful for me. Since sometimes I get lost knowing what chapter we're talking about. Not this week though. I know these.
How's that?
Turns out that
Sorry.
Barrelane in her spiel, she's like, yeah, I'm going to take Perrin. Ogier Oath, baby. And Fael's like, Ogier Oath. We hear that Ogier Oath, quote, to say Ogier Oathbreaker was like saying, quote, brave coward, or, quote, wise fool, unquote.
Or funny
And-
Josh.
Oh, come on.
True,
Josh
true.
is the best. I'm so Josh.
That is true.
Josh, I'm
Ryan.
going to just go to Florida
Not
so we can
true,
just have coffee and
Brother
talk
Dan.
about Ryan.
Yes. Ryan and I spend literally like 8 hours a week together, and
For like how many? 6 years?
6 or 7 years. Yeah, he knows me too well.
I hope it comes out. Everyone, I love Josh more than I love myself.
Well, that's a low bar.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I just pop.
Yeah. My next tattoo is gonna be "I hate myself and I want to die."
No, come on.
What?
Come on.
So
Bum everybody out.
It's a Nirvana lyric. All right, go on.
I know.
Rael also
but
says
it's
that
a-
Ruark reminds her of her father. So I thought that was a nice little like loop to loop with Barrelane's behavior.
Well, she is. They are mortal enemies. It seems like. Perrin doesn't know what the hell is going on. He thinks that he thankfully got rid of Fael. But we learned that. Excuse me, that beer came right back. We learned in the next chapters that Fael actually will not let him go so easily.
So I didn't, like I was saying before, like this chapter is I agree with Kay, like this chapter is kind of distasteful. Just a lot of like gender norms and patriarchy and petty, like focusing on the petty and like, I don't know, just, it was not one of my favorite chapters in the book.
Well, let me ask you guys, was her reaction and Barrelane's as well, perhaps TAVERN driven? She says over and over again in her own head, I told myself I would never act like this. This is a ridiculous way to act. And yet she finds a knife in her hand.
But that's the crime of passion defense that a death row is like full of.
But they're not dealing with TAVERN though.
So we know that Perrin looks, let's tie this back to the bird on each shoulder.
Okay.
The falcon and the what's the other
Eagle.
bird? Eagle,
And
right?
Falcon and
So maybe we'll
the
learn that
hawk.
the main
Was it a hawk?
iconograph
so.
is the eagle.
Was it a hawk or an eagle?
I think it's a hawk.
It's a hawk on one shoulder
Or
and another
falcon and
bird
a-
on the other.
Falcon and a hawk, I think.
Falcon and a hawk? Okay,
Falcon.
falcon and a hawk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Manetherin's icon is the eagle, the red
Which,
eagle.
by the way, I see a bird and I go, "That's a falcon," and it's like, "No, it's a hawk,"
No, it's
or
a
vice
hawk.
versa.
It's a
I'm
red
like,
tail
"That's a hawk." No, it's
I
a
know,
falcon.
because you're a bird
Same.
racist.
I'm a bird racist. Yeah,
That's not true.
I'm all. It's a raptor.
You're speciesist,
Yeah, I'm right.
actually.
All right, so
They are similar birds.
Brother Dan, before we can move on, there's been some hilarious jokes in chat. I'm
Okay,
gonna
go
give
for it.
bonus points to Glenn.
All right.
He says, "I actually
man.
remember when Barrelane was older than me." And then
That's
he
a good
comes,
one.
and then he follows that up with best thing about Wheel of Time women. I keep getting older, and they stay the same age.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then
you
secretly-
even did it with the tone of that joke.
You'd be like, I had a crush on Elaine when we were
They keep
peers.
staying the
So
same
now that I'm a creepy old man, I still like this teenage girl.
I know this is starting to feel weird. All right, and then Secret Scroll comes in, and what did they change for season 2 this week? Which I think is just hilarious.
Turns out a bunch.
Yeah, probably too much. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Ogier Oath.
So before we go on, I mean, just to tie this back to the birds. So if to go to your question, Dan, if Perrin's role as the TAVERN ties back to Min's vision, then it's presumable to think that there might be a battle between the birds on his shoulders, right? Which maybe is what we are watching here, is the bubbling up of that part of the age lace.
Interesting. So far, we have not seen that Perrin has any interest in Barrelane whatsoever. But that doesn't necessarily affect a bird of prey, I guess, right?
Right, and I forget, there were a few other dreams.
No, he's mentioned like that she's.
Oh, he finds her attractive.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
she's all boozmy and you know.
He chased
like,
her away. He said,
"Oh, that gigantic
"Tell him
bust."
yourself. Fuck you. Go away. I'm going to bed." I mean, he pretty much dismissed her.
Oh, and then in his internal dialogue, she said, "Oh, send this to Rand. I don't think he wants to see me." And he says, "Everyone wants to see
Everyone
you."
Right,
wants
exactly.
to see
Yeah.
the silhouette.
Every man.
The way that the silhouette forms her body and everything,
Mm-hmm.
the whole like mane shaking of the hair, which
Guys, I'll be
to
right
me sounds like a I don't even know what that is exactly. But,
Like the Clydesdale.
like that.
She turned her body like a snake.
Whoosh, whoosh, the slow motion.
So the
Like
But
an
not like
80s,
that, but like a real one.
Yeah, like an 80s hair metal like a video.
Yeah, exactly. 80s hair metal video. Yeah. So
Why did I choose tonight for my real hair?
We do get some other dreams from Egwene about Perrin and the birds, right? Where like there's some like bird, the lock on its leg and the chain and da 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 da. I forget the exact details, but
this next chapter?
Which one?
no, it was a while back.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
When Elaine was like, or not Elaine, when Egwene was relating the dreams that she had been having.
Yeah, she does have a dream.
It might not have been the most recent grouping of dreams from last show, but a couple, maybe two ago, two.
I think if I
Yeah,
go
she
back,
does
I'll
have
remember.
dreams involving the two birds that generally she doesn't understand. Like
Right.
she'll say, and I don't know what that means.
Right.
Right.
There's a lot of that.
You know,
for Egwene.
in Britain they call birds women birds.
Yeah, if they're fit,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
You know, so
tight birds.
which makes me think that there's just not a lot of actual birds in England. Because it's very
they make,
confusing. Why would you name a bird and a woman the same thing? It's just like they're very
they have
different.
like pigeon pie there. They eat pigeon.
Pigeon
Who eats pigeon in America?
Is it real pigeon?
Well, it's called
People
pigeon.
in the middle of the
Josh,
country
pie.
eat pigeon.
Wait, you're talking about like pigeon, like. Okay, so like the pigeons we see in New York, are those the same things you would eat
That's a
in
pigeon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But did they,
Really?
My grandpa grew up in Utah and they ate pigeon, and I mean, it's not something that people do as much anymore.
Well,
But yeah,
he had to
pigeon
serve-
and
he had to serve all
raccoon,
his
turtle.
No, okay.
Yum. Turtle.
Like I feel like eating a pigeon is like eating a rat.
It is. It's like a. I mean.
Well,
so
I'm
it's-
having
it's-
turtle
it's-
tonight, so I don't know.
I remember in Santa Cruz I raised quail, and quail are smaller than pigeons. They actually have less meat than a pigeon does, and we eat quail.
Yeah, and I
Delicious.
thought you were just a fucking horrifying like monster.
Yeah, you guys are just monsters, right? I mean,
I thought you were a
eating
monster
medieval
breeding these
food.
like
Who's eating these medieval food?
impeccable beings of light that
Hey,
you're
there's
just
not
like,
that many meat birds that you can raise yourself
and
in
you
a
just
small
rip
area.
their
Meat
necks with your hands.
Ryan, I think
I
we
never
saw
wrung their necks with
birds
my hands. I'd use
open-
little clippers and I just cut their heads off.
Oh God! Can we move on?
Meat
Yeah.
birds.
He's a monster.
Very,
Yeah. No, do you go to sleep at night?
I don't feel anything when they do it that way.
Meat birds.
How? But you don't feel anything.
I do.
I
I
love them.
did.
They were
Love-
delicious.
Oh. I feel like it's lukewarm sentiment at this
All right,
point,
I
Josh.
told.
You've never raised farm animals, have you?
I saw some raised and did not like it.
Yeah.
Are we
Like
still
in a
talking
factory
pigeons?
farm? Or in someone's personal farm? Where they care for the animals?
Personal.
Yeah, and then they kill him and it's sad. It's all good. Let's move on.
They had names.
We're not gonna change Josh's
Anyway.
mind. Let's all do a pact right now. We'll never change Josh's mind about anything ever. Let's move on.
Oh, I already did that. I'm gonna go. Okay.
And done.
And
Can you make a pact including me in there too? You won't. Yeah. I'm hard as a rock. Right?
Blood
I'm
pact.
Land's face. All right, into the doorway. Sounds like a stick song.
yeah, it does.
Chapter.
This is the Matt chapter, and Matt has been curious about this red doorway. About the red
I have
doorway.
6.
He heard about it. He's like, God damn it. I keep hearing about this door. He goes down, sees this old rotten door. He kicks it down. It breaks all apart. Says, quote, a tall redstone door frame loomed oddly in the shadows cast by his lamp. It was twisted somehow. But before that, we do have a drinking obligation.
Again, it sounds very much like the
Thank goodness. Josh's rant. Huh?
All right, like right here. I'm sorry, I wanted to move on, but like MaTsDaGger, you have to bark small game. You shoot next to them so the wood of the tree KOs them. Otherwise, you ruin the meat. I say you fucking have to run around and catch the fucker with your bare hands. That's the only fair game. You shoot a fucking little bird. I say catch it with your hands. Then I'm impressed. Come on now, you don't. Hey, like seriously now. Come on. Look how big you are.
Drinking obligation? Where?
You just shoot at the wood. The wood knocks him out.
Yeah.
You don't want
Knock him out.
Let's drink to that. Let's drink to shooting the wood.
Yeah, shooting the wood.
Shoot him in the wood, baby.
I mean, that's kind of
Drinking cold
fascinating,
rocks hold
but it's
again.
horrifying at the same time. Just like 17th century torture devices are fascinating.
I think they are, but they are horrifying. Yeah.
They are.
Good
They
point,
are
Ryan.
both of those.
Tower of
things.
London.
Yeah, totally. was a
The
solid-
drinking obligation was, quote, Nynaeve liked finding ways to make a man work. Likely she had deliberately hunted out some fellows enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
The whole idea of them. Oh, it was earlier, actually. It says footprints crisscross the floor, some of them from boots, but no doubt they had men to shift the heavier items about for them.
All right,
So-
real quickly, I just
start
gotta
it, yeah.
let's. I don't want to hear everyone's stories about hurting animals when they're children. Let's move off of
Yeah,
that
go on.
subject. I didn't mean to open that
Oh, no.
Pandora's box. You guys are all psychopathic sociopaths who are going to grow up.
You
and-
guys go talk to Karen
yeah.
Good
next
talk,
Tuesday
Karen.
at 10 a.m.
Cute.
By
like
monthly appointment.
Josh's face.
I
is
know.
priceless.
Josh's face is really priceless.
Go talk.
I was like, I had to look away. I was like, did you see me? I was like, oh.
Guys, let's
I
go
don't
into
think
the
I can
doorway.
look at him anymore.
Let's go to the doorway.
He seemed to be stepping through a sheet of brilliant white light, infinitely bright, infinitely thick. For a moment that lasted forever, he was blind. A roaring filled his ears. All the sounds of the world gathered together at once for just the length of one measureless step.
That is a thing I have actually highlighted here because I love the way that Robert Jordan wrote that. So I'm so
Yeah.
glad you read that out loud.
We have examples of where they people are stepping into light or mirrored images. You know, when they go into the Waygate, it seems like they go into like a shimmery thing. Do you think
That's
that
not
there's
traveling a very far distance, right? Like this is actually like traveling a fucking across the cosmos. So
Okay, so where does he go?
Yeah, where
Where's
Josh
Matt going?
I'd like to know.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you too,
according
Kay.
to Moiraine's rant at the end of the chapter, to another world,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a planet that is separate from this one, where time and space are warped strangely. And in some ways, so what this led me to wonder about is the wheel of time cosmological? or is it something related specifically to this planet that they're on? Is the dark one of universal truths, or is it the dark one of this world?
Same with the creator. I have the same question for the creator.
Presumably,
creator, are you the same creator of all, right?
Presumably it's cosmological from the way that these aliens or whoever they are are able to relate truth of a person's future to them.
Well, that's all right. So that's a good. Are they aliens? They're speaking what we learned to be Old Tongue.
Old Tongue. Mm-hmm. But I assume that is because when this portal was built, it was during the age where Old Tongue was the lingua franca. Okay. And so in order to communicate with...
I like how we all just pretended to know what lingua franca meant.
Yeah.
We all pretended.
Don't you all know what lingua franca means?
Makes
Three
sense.
of us.
I do know what
talk
that...
like Frank.
I
would
the language of France, I thought.
The common
I've
tongue.
learned to ask Josh clarifying questions at this point.
No, ask clarifying questions,
I
please.
could not let that moment go. That was amazing.
No, I do.
Go on. Your point's great. I didn't mean to derail it, but that was amazing.
Well, so, I mean, presumably it's because the common tongue at the time was, that language. And so in order to communicate with humans, these aliens learned Old Tongue so that they could do their thing, right?
You made him all self-conscious now, Ryan.
That makes sense. I mean, because they do say it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. We know that this...
No, they said they say it's been a long time.
Interpreter.
No, Brother Dan, they said it's been a long time for you guys. Like very specifically, I've thought they're referencing.
No, it was a long time for them too.
I feel like it was a long. That's what I felt too. I felt
so here's what it says.
They were like, "Oh, long time."
It says a long time.
Prove me right, Dan.
Matt jumps with a knife in his hand. A long time, yet the seekers come again for answers. The questioners come once more. Good. You have brought no lamps. So it's been a long time since someone
says anybody. Okay.
Yeah. That's how I read it anyways.
Me too. Yeah. I read it the same way. Like
it's been long, very long. The man nodded.
And then suddenly there's three motherfuckers in that thing.
Okay, later on when he gets in front of everyone, he gets highlighted. They said, "Oh, this is another one of you." Like he basically somehow in this chapter he gets highlighted. And I wanted to ask if everyone thought it was...
Then we learn that it's because
they're both TAVERN.
Well, and Moiraine and Rand are there too, concurrent. Like,
yeah, it's hard to tell
all traveling through the portal subsequently doesn't mean that you arrive at the same time in this alien world. Or do we think that they were all just in different rooms, talking to different?
I think that they were in different times.
Yeah,
but they all left They didn't. You think that Rand? It seems like Rand, Moiraine, and Matt were all concurrently within this other world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least from the perspective of the planet that this book is set on.
Okay, so from this specific chapter, I thought that the way that they came out, I thought that Matt had already been in there, and then when the bell was ringing, I thought that was. Like Rand coming in or Moiraine, or maybe Matt and Rand were already in there in different situations or something, and then Moiraine came in. But then I really thought that they were all in their kind of own situations, and like Matt understood the Old Tongue, and then Rand needed an interpreter. There's, that's a different thing.
Do you think they interacted like so? If they're all in there at the same time, Matt didn't see them. Do you think the other two interacted with the same group of weird
that was my
people?
question too, Ryan. Sorry, Kay, I lost you when you were in the middle of talking. So
I'm sorry.
Can you repeat yourself?
I don't know that I can. I'm not very good at that.
Do you think that Rand went...
Oh, now you cut out.
Oh, no, we lost Josh.
Oh, no.
Just use the lingua franca.
Yes.
Well,
Dial up. So are we in chapter 15 now? We just went to the next chapter?
Yeah,
we're
because,
we're in
and then
chapter
we're
15.
gonna take a break and then
All
do
right.
the last chapter. Yeah, I'm that smooth. We're
Wait, what
halfway
was the
through
question?
all of it, right?
Are we talking about something?
So, do you think that
We're waiting
these
for
people are
Josh.
aliens?
Well,
Okay.
maybe we should break now because he lost Josh.
Oh, are they the same series of aliens or the same group of aliens?
Yeah, do you think
are they
did,
aliens?
did
Yes.
Moraine see the same five?
Don't know if they're aliens. I think they're definitely. I mean, he's like, okay, not human, and he confirms that, and then he calls them something like snake-like people. They reminded me of snakes or something, and so he's like, well, that's what I know of it. Anyways, at this point, is that he thinks they look like snakes. They reminded him of reminded Matt of snakes, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know if they're aliens. I would like to think so. I would love to think this is like another world completely, and there's a portal essence of this book that, and I mean, we're on like 5 of 14, so hopefully it expands further than this world. I would love that. That's really interesting for me as a new reader of fantasy and science fiction and all of it. I'm super excited about this chapter in that way. So
yeah, new species of people that no answers and stuff.
Yeah, no answers, just like not human is all we could gather from Matt's perspective, right?
You can only visit once. I'm sorry, so I dropped off again. My internet went out again. So do you think that Rand went in after Matt had already gone through? Or was Rand already there when Matt arrived?
I feel like I'd have to reread it to like totally dissect that. But I feel like
and what about Moiraine?
At that time, I thought when we knew Matt had exited and come out of the Terangrial, and then we saw the boot, and then Rand comes out, I had thought, oh, okay, well then it was Rand that made the bell sound, that made these alien type things, snake people-ish,
the saver
looking things. Make him like hurry up and have to ask his questions quickly. And they like told him his stuff, and he's like, what? And then leaves. And I thought that it was Rand initially. That was a long
FartVader.
What were your thoughts on that,
chapters
Josh?
of the Lord of the Rings are we on? Thank you, Fart. Coming in strong.
That's
Josh,
good.
what are your thoughts? So I'm with Kay. I thought that the bells meant that other people were coming in. It was like when you enter 7-Eleven and it goes.
Well, but specifically, I thought that it had been Rand when they had exited. That was my first thought, and then I was like, well, wait, what were the bells for when Moraine also exited? I wasn't sure any longer. So
what? Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the bells?
My thoughts are that
order?
Moiraine went in first, and then Rand, and that's whose footprints Matt was seeing when he came into the room and told the story about Egwene having men come and move stuff around. That was actually Rand's footprints. And
we never do find out yet what Rand knew.
But presumably going into there is what Rand did that no one would expect, which ties back to what he told Moiraine and the others that he was going to do. I think that we know that this world isn't in space and time is like the Mobius strip of the ring or the Mobius of the doorway, right? That it's folded on itself. So maybe we just can't use our common sense notions of time and space to understand the interactions between the characters' experiences.
I felt very much the same way, like when they mentioned this trifecta. I don't know. There's like the folding of the stuff of like time and space, basically. what you
How
were
many-
just talking about, and it made zero sense. And I was like, wow, this is something I don't think I can totally comprehend or wrap my head around at this moment.
How many oracles do you think there are? Just the 3 that Matt spoke to, or do you think there are more rooms of the oracles?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. It seemed like they were, I don't know, they had some weird screeching sounding stuff that they were doing. And what's this? The bells
I
are
like
warning
that,
that the
VR.
frequencies.
Yeah, so VR is saying that the bells are just basically like when you're losing connection and you start seeing those like connection bars on your screen. That's what it
Okay,
is.
so it was like your time is running out to ask questions kind of thing.
I think
Not
that's what
because
Moiraine-
somebody is coming
Moiraine
in,
does.
but because you're just
Well, they're
done,
saying
out
the
of time.
strain. They just kept saying the
Moiraine does
strain.
say something about that too, where she says, "Oh, you're lucky that you didn't get disconnected while you were there and get lost in the other world."
Right, get stuck there. Well, I don't know. She didn't say disconnected. Did she say
Yeah.
disconnected?
It says
Yeah.
you might have torn the connection entirely and been
Or
trapped
the
there.
connection.
What? Connections are crazy. Okay, whoa, that's a weird phrase.
That is a weird phrase.
So the
Presumably, it's like a freaking quantum tunneling kind of thing, or like a wormhole.
Well, this is
Connected
a
to
weird
this thing,
ass
right?
thing, but
uh-huh.
I don't know that it's. I don't
Well,
know.
since we're there, there's a drinking obligation because Maureen's a little pissed when she finds out about the boys knowing about this thing. And she says, quote, "Who told you of this? Which one of them? I will make her wish I had peeled off her hide like a glove."
Yeah.
Ouch.
So they both lied.
It's gruesome.
Ouch.
It's gruesome and hyperbolic, so let's go ahead.
Yep.
And I love how, I mean, the other thing we passed by kind of is, I love how Matt got like Aladdined into this asking his questions. Like, I don't know, just the genie here in the bottle, like, yeah, just.
Well, let's talk
beautiful.
about the questions he asks are one, quote, "Should I go home to help my people?" The answer is you must go to Viridian.
Yeah.
His second question is, "The light burn my bones to ash if I want to go to Viridian, and my blood on the ground if I will. Why should I? You're not answering my questions." And they said, "If you don't go to Viridian, you will die." Boom, number two.
Number 2.
And a bell tolls again. They're like, "Oh, the strain, the saber." Number 3. "Burn your soul for a craven heart." I will that. Why will I die if I don't go to Viridian? And it says you will have sidestepped the
Sidestepped.
thread of fate,
Jesus. Here
left
we go.
your fate to drift on the winds of time, and you will be killed by those who do not want that fate fulfilled. Now go. And he's like, suddenly a dozen dudes come out. A dozen. And he starts punching, fighting. Get away, get away. He's all, "What fate? Burn your hearts, what fate?" And he hears 3 things.
Yep.
Quote,
Marry the daughter of the 9 moons,
Fuck yeah.
to die and live again, and live once more a part of what was.
I'm like,
To give up half the light of the world to save the world.
Oh.
Together they howled like steam escaping under pressure. "Go to Viridian, son of battles. Go to Viridian, trickster. Go, gambler. Go!"
Get a room, you two. You guys
And
finishing
then
each
they
other's
fucking throw him out. Before he says, "I will have your guts for a saddle girth." Let's go ahead and drink to that.
You.
That's very gross. All right.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Shadow, take your souls. Lucy.
yeah, Dan, like I got moved while you were reading that. It's such a powerful scene. And I can't wait to hear what our friends here think about these things. Like, so we're in some sort of what we think might be some sort of wormhole, time space continuum, like connection. We go to a world, and Matt First off, let's just talk about Matt. He goes to a foreign world and is like bullying these people.
Unhand me, you white-livered sons of goats!
I love Matt.
He's like,
Burn
you're not
your
answering
eyes!
any of my questions. He's like, what are you, a fucking politician? Answer my questions. And then and it works for him. He gets 3 nuggets of obscurity, right? Like 3 things that make no sense.
Do those tell you guys anything? Those 3 lines.
Yes.
I remember
and
the
no.
9 moon.
Josh?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go, Kay.
No, go ahead,
I'm sorry,
Kay.
No, sorry.
Daughter of the 9 moons. Have we heard that phrase? Does that make any sense to anyone?
I feel like we have, and not remembering who.
It makes me think of land. Makes me think of Lanfear,
She knows the daughter of the night, correct?
daughter of the night. Yeah, but
So,
her
yeah.
name.
But there was something about 9 moons.
Her name relates to the moon goddess.
Well, there's a 9 rods of dominion we've heard of. But we don't know it. I don't think we know what that. Yeah.
To die and live again. Yeah, and live once more as a part of once was. I mean,
that was tricky.
And then the last one. Just read it again, Josh. Read it
to
again.
give up half the light of the world to save the world.
Fuck, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Half the light of the world to save the world?
So I think at this point we can
Okay.
guess that he can only save half the world.
Sorry. Yes.
And then hopefully.
Well, does this relate back to the battle?
I had a friend named Rod. It didn't work out.
Does it relate back to the battle of the vision of the battle where he fucking transports and we hear the story of. Yes, thank you, DKmoon. Exactly, and her name.
Yes.
Her name also means moon goddess in Greek. But to give up half the light of the world
to save the world.
I mean, I imagine. So didn't Manetheren choose to die? I forget the story now, the details of it, but they have that final battle where the men, they battle for so many days that they starve. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about, Kay?
With the Manetheren?
No, I'm paying attention to the half the light of the stuff, and it's just really cool.
You talking about Moraine's speech? The Manetheren speech?
No, it's it's not that. Well, no, it was during a story someone was telling, and it was but we also got this italicized version of it, which was told from first-person perspective, and it was related to Matt and the who he was. It's the general that he is reincarnated as. Making sense.
Fuck. Yes, you're triggering memories.
Keep going.
I mean, I'm assuming that the giving up half the light of the world relates somehow back to that. That is the archetypal moment that is being referenced, where they give up so much that they.
I love FV.
Fuck off.
I'm having a brain fart Vader for sure. Yeah.
Brain fart Vader. Is that really not what Communist Manifesto is Josh reading? Yeah. Normally, that's totally true. I do feel like I remember. Maybe I'm just
It wasn't in this book. It might have been in book 3.
Is it this?
Men didn't give up a foot of land that wasn't flowing with blood. Split in defiance of the Dark One.
That's not right.
Forward the Heart Guard's speech. Right, while being healed. Okay.
Okay. Oh, while being healed of the dagger.
There was two. So it was like we hear the story, and I forget. Maybe it's from Tom about the battle of Manetheren, the final battle of Manetheren before it fell, and that's the men holding the thing and the women dying and like their children having escaped or something. I forget all the freaking details.
I tell you what, Josh, I'm going back through all my notes this week.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna.
but then the queen like burnt herself out, right?
Burn herself
king,
out, right?
She felt
Yeah.
the king die. It was her warder. She drew in more than she could do, but she wiped them all out
Right.
as she died. And then everyone just kind of picked up the pieces and rebuilt.
Rebuilt, right.
Stubborn.
Well, didn't rebuild because they left Manetheren like in dust. They became like the two rivers and a non-kingdom kingdom. A kingdom without a king.
That's a good point.
And yeah, then there was the vision with Matt of like the general leading the charge, the battle charge. I should go back and reread that stuff too. But I don't know. I feel like it relates to that somehow.
I think he has a flashback where he's like suddenly in a battle and he's like, all right, so we scale over
exactly.
these
He has a
scales
flashback, and that's the italicized. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So Matt says he didn't ask any. He says, "quote They didn't give me. Is that what it was? They didn't give me one. In fact, I never got to ask any questions." The bell started shaking. Does he really kind of think that he didn't really get to ask his questions and is telling the truth, or is he straight lying here?
Well, they aren't the questions he planned to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So he's ace-dying it.
Yeah.
They're both ace-dying it. They're both doing that to each other.
You
and they
taught
do
me
it to
well.
Moiraine.
And then Moiraine does it back. It's just like...
They do it back. It was so fun. That's the greatest. I actually was really entertained by this and that specific factor of this.
It kind of reminds me of that. There's a commercial where like these parents come home from a vacation at Vegas, and their teenage son is at home, and the teenage son was like, they're like, "How was your weekend?" He's like, "Fine."
Fine.
Like, "How was your weekend?"
How
and the
was
guy's
yours?
like, "Fine," and they just
Good,
don't talk,
boring.
and they just walk away. Yeah.
Boring. Not much happened.
Like, fine,
at all.
fine, okay.
At all.
Did you get answers? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Did you get? Okay. Rand is pretty sure that the answers are true, and Moiraine says that they are true.
Andrew, hi.
As long as they are in
Hello.
regard to your own future. Hi, Andrew. But yeah, to your point earlier, Josh, she says the world is folded in strange ways. I cannot be clearer. And it does have that Mobius strip. How do you describe a Mobius strip? You know, and then take that to a dimensional level.
Right. And it reminds me too of, Egwene's ring. It felt like the way that Matt described the doorway was like a larger version of Egwene's ring. And it had these three, each side had these squiggle markings on it as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which maybe is like a waygate marker.
Yeah, it
I
might
don't
be.
know.
Oh, interesting.
I
It says three sinuous lines carved deep in the stone ran down each upright from top to bottom. He had seen fancier on farmhouses.
That's really interesting because you can only go in once, right? So then,
And that's
like,
three
you
questions.
and then you need some. That's really neat.
Right, and
I did
Matt
not think of it as a
comically
waygate.
runs back and forth through it, trying to go back. He's like, "Why you can't kick
little
me out,
bastards."
Gosh,
it's not working."
Like shoots him out. Like,
So what
I'm
would have
so
happened
glad-
if he was like in the middle when Rand came out? Would like his boot have gone like through him and like never
we could go into that
mind.
for a while, I think.
So no one wants to say what they talked about. No one wants to say what their answers were.
don't.
But Moraine does say that she thinks that they. Matt says, "What do they get out of it? The snakes with legs.
They
We
feed
aren't
on
going
it.
upstairs to find 10 years gone, are we?" She says, "Sensations, emotions, experiences. They rummage through them. You can feel them doing it, making your skin crawl.
Crawl, right.
Perhaps they feed on them in some manner." She also says that the Aes Sedai
It says-
studying them. Yeah, go ahead.
Why don't you finish your thought and then I'll jump in. Sorry.
She says that the Aes Sedai who studied this Terangrial wrote of a strong desire to bathe afterward.
Right.
And Moraine concurs with that
She's
feeling.
like, I could take a shower now.
Yeah, that's, yeah,
I
exactly.
gotta use a little wash up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need a schwitz.
And about the language, this is what made me think it wasn't their native tongue. Moraine says, the old tongue, Moraine told him. They use the old tongue, a rather harsh dialect of it, for their dealings with men. Their dealings with men.
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting.
And
Yep.
you
Oh,
men,
yeah.
Like you said, they learned it kind of like a trade.
at the
like,
time
you
of
know.
the first or second, at the time of the second age, right? When presumably this was built during the highest technology.
We don't,
Rand
wait,
also
wait,
describes-
do we know
Oh.
that?
We
I'm
don't-
assuming so. I mean, the TV show kind of spoiled that little bit of information for us with their flashback.
It did feel like that. It did feel like that. But also, I
it's
think that
interesting you would
there's lots of
assume
other
that- yeah.
stuff that could.
I'm assuming the first age is like our time, which is like the mythos from the first book of.
I think it's way, way further future than our time.
I don't think so. I think that's why they have the Mercedes-Benz emblem and
Oh, the first
the
age,
giraffe
not the like
skeleton.
3,000, not the like age of what are they? The Age of Legends. Why'd they drop out?
they want us to
They
go
want us
banter.
to just banter about this shit.
I wanted a fist fight.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like putting two like
Cute.
insects in a jar and see if they'd fight.
We're more like fighting fish.
Yeah, I was just gonna say beta
Beautiful.
fish.
Like betas, yeah.
The beautiful beta fish. We're just gorgeous.
Kay would so
little
fucking eat your face
things.
off.
Yeah, but we can't get to each other, so
Yeah.
So we can't
Just
go
two
there
tanks
twice.
for like flaring out.
Can't bring in
Flaring.
music.
Yeah.
Can't bring
and
in
they-
music. Can't bring in torches.
Uh-huh.
Can't bring in iron.
And they keep talking about the pact.
Packed.
And they
The
mention the pact as the
So who do you think?
Any-
What's
yeah.
the pact?
yeah.
I didn't catch on to the pact thing.
I assume it has to do with them feeding on the memories, sensations, and other things in exchange for the truths. The pact is what says they can only answer 3 questions. I'm guessing.
Well, here's what it says. It says,
So
a long time. Good. You have brought no lamps, no torches, as the agreement was and is and ever will be.
That's the pact.
You have no iron, no instruments
No
of
iron,
music.
no instruments of music. That's the pact. Okay, sorry, didn't read.
So no lamps, no torches, as
They
the
mention it
agreement
so
was
many
and is
times.
and never will be. So at least that's part of it.
What do
Yeah.
you think the fucking snake face people are getting out of this whole thing?
Boners.
Seriously, I have no fucking clue.
Big
I
boners.
don't.
I think
I
just what
don't. I
Moraine
don't.
said.
Yeah. I think
Just
yeah,
to be able to
Moraine has
experience
the-
people coming in and asking them questions?
So I think if their
Maybe they
world
feed
is
off of it.
feed off it, or if their world is so strangely folded, maybe they can't have the type of experiences that humans, I'm using the word loosely here,
Uh-huh.
are able to have in linear time.
Huh.
Maybe it. Yeah, maybe that's.
Maybe they
Maybe that's.
Maybe
it.
they're stuck in, like, imagine a timeless
Maybe the
eternity,
bell is the folding of the other.
or they're stuck in hell,
situation.
essentially. They're stuck in like
Yeah.
a timeless hell where there is
They're
nothing
snake
new
people.
other than the progression of time. They know it's been a long time, but for them nothing has changed. They're kind of like
person-
in a
Snake
person.
Yeah.
people stuck
A
in
person,
hell.
a person is like
That's
a
what it
TV
is.
channel. or a TV show that they get to watch their whole life, and they get to ask the person gets asked 3 questions, and they see their whole life,
Right.
you know, because
Right.
they're able to predict stuff. So maybe that's like the saver is actually just like Seinfeld.
Like, oh,
It's just like entertainment.
existential everything.
It's like TV.
Yeah.
Existential sustenance.
All right, so I love this idea though. Like, so Glenn says, I haven't accepted that we are the first age in years. It's just as likely that we are an entire turnings of the wheel before or after the story. Perhaps all the names Tom mentioned really are correct. Tom,
I think what-
Like
Tom. Well, there's like the names of the characters in this book are very similar to, like we've talked about, the names of the Arthurian legends.
Yeah,
So-
astronauts.
Yeah,
And
what
then
is
there's the
that? Yeah.
there's the Glenn
There's
John
references to
Yeah. He goes,
the
it really
Merc
could've-
and,
Liberty.
he said-
Merc and Rusk,
yeah.
and
So,
the giants that fight with their giant staffs or whatever.
so his point is that instead of us assuming that these are misinterpretations of a real name, that they actually might be these real people's names, because where are we in the turnings?
I would have believed that too until the fucking Mercedes-Benz emblem showed
But
up.
the point that this person said, though, I realized this point,
Are
though.
you holding
BR
strong
says
to Mercedes-Benz?
he says that the Mercedes-Benz is much older than the skeleton that was.
That's
also
what
in the-
she thought, but that just might be because it's made from plastic, and it's degrading.
Oh, it could be because it does state
Because
specifically
her experience
much
of the
older
world
than
are
the
natural
fossils.
things, metals and
Well, the
like,
original Mercedes-Benz emblems that were like sticking up like totem poles, and everyone was pulling off each other's like hoods. Like those were metal. Those were
there were
not-
metal ones, but
Yeah,
those would have been long destroyed, most likely.
You think plastic would
Rusted.
somehow
Plastic
last longer
is
than
time can
Aluminum.
aluminum?
especially if it's preserved in an anaerobic environment, like in a landfill
Oh,
or
good.
something.
Oh, good.
That
I'm
Mercedes
so
Benz
glad
symbol
we're going there. Please,
was
Josh,
attached to a
educate us.
chain.
But this is a good point, though.
That's
Mercedes Benz could have been in every version of the age on each turning, also. We don't know.
Well, we haven't seen. Do you think that there has been already a high technology part of this turning?
No, not yet.
Not this
Obviously,
age,
not,
This
obviously
one.
not yet. Yeah, things would have to like happen pretty fast.
I don't know. No sci-fi. I
Really
mean, the closest thing to an iPhone
Or maybe
an
they use the
iPad right now
aliens to like upgrade
is
their
what
shit.
the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is probably the closest thing to an iPhone that science fiction has provided. No one knew the iPhone was coming.
I have a
No,
question.
who was it?
No one.
Late on
Jo-
SK.
Josh, you
No.
know who it was. Who's the guy who invented the electricity guy? The
Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah, Nikolai Tesla.
Tesla talked about little fucking communication devices in our pockets.
We nothing. I mean, we have every answer to every question in our pocket. I mean, this is something that
Thank
people
you,
didn't
Andrew.
realistically think. Yeah, really.
Now, speaking of this, I was lying in bed with Kay the other day, and I was saying, you know what? The one person I've met in all of Wheel of Time community that I want to have a fucking drink with, it's Andrew, the Bard of Time.
He did say that.
And then
You guys
16
talking about
This
Andrew while you're in
is-
bed?
Yep. I just
We were
wanted-
not. We were in
I
the
wanted
kitchen.
him to know that.
actually.
You're
No,
like
I'm
Kate
embellishing.
Conroy.
Ryan
Yes,
is
and
Okay.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
and
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Ryan, your
And-
embellishments are horrible lies.
So happy
Yeah, what else?
So?
that
is there-
Angel
What?
came
Well,
up in our
you're not a good liar.
conversation.
it would have worked if she didn't fucking.
Not really. Well,
Do
no,
that.
it would be.
Is it- Hey,
Okay,
hey,
what's your question, Kay?
I do have a question. Thank you.
Why?
Thank you, Joshua. This is why we're on top now. I see. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Top of the pile.
So, right. So when they entered this thingy, I had to write my question down with my highlighter because I forget to fucking quickly. But yes, where were they when they entered the thing? Do this other world? Where do you have any idea of like the The lamps, it felt like lamps to me.
Right, they
white
street lights or something, right?
white, like street lights, and then it says like white and yellow straight lines. So I was like, okay, they're in a fucking street. Probably in, I don't know, fucking Paris. I don't know. I'd be in Paris.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, there used to be a
I don't
pole,
know.
but a vine had grown up around the pole, and the pole had been removed. Is how they described it, right?
Yeah,
Do we need a
but there
drink?
are so many poles, and there's so many vines on poles.
How about a
Where
viney?
could they be?
I have a viney pole.
No, honestly, I genuinely I had to read it over and over because I was like, where the fuck are they? Where are they walking? Where is he walking into? I don't understand.
Another planet.
This is funny. In
Stop.
response to
And drooling.
And drooling.
oh yeah, where have you been, Andrew? This show, we don't even get like ads anymore because this show's getting fucking filthy as shit. It's all my fault too. Like Dan's like, come on, Ryan. Like,
Yep.
Straight
Yep.
the fuck
Yep,
up.
and
yes, and
Yep, and
yes, and knock it off, Ryan.
and
Ryan, think of our future, would you? All right. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about? These three people's journey into the red twisted doorway. Anything about what they may have asked, or Moraine and Rand may have asked, or anything at all before we
felt
take
like
a break?
Moraine may have asked about like, hey, what those two fuckers just ask you about? Tell me everything so I can figure this shit out and fix it.
She didn't even know. She got out and she said, "Oh, you rascals! No wonder that's why this thing was all fucked up."
Okay, fine, then never mind. I take
So
back
it wasn't
my
that question.
prediction.
But she could have asked, "Hey, what should Rand do? You know, or what should I have Rand do, or something along those?"
Sure.
Could have been. I don't
Brother
know.
Dan, what do you think? She asked.
What do I think? I think
I
she
do.
said,
I do want to think what you think.
what?
I want to
says,
know what you think.
You want to think what he thinks?
I want to think what you think.
"Does this dress
I
look
want to
good
hear
on
it
me?"
in my head. My
No,
Why not?
because you haven't washed it in weeks. I could tell. There's stains all over it.
How do I get the stain out?
Club soda.
The saver! The saver!
Okay, jeez. I was gonna say ivermectin.
He was waiting for clubs.
Ivermectin. That's the MAGA!
I don't know what just happened.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Tasteless jokes. That's what
Right.
happened.
Oh.
You're darn right.
Yes,
You're
yes.
darn right.
And if you like
subscribe.
tasteless jokes, yeah, Patreon.
This is where you like and subscribe.
I
Bud
watched.
neck.
I could tell you
Yeah,
did
we're
watch.
done.
Beautifully hand washed, delicately and gorgeously.
Cute.
All right, so how are we doing? Let me lower this background music a little
Look at
bit.
that nose. So clean. It was dirty.
Clean as Josh when he was born with his.
That's not the cleanest Joshy nose I've ever seen. Actually, it looks like a little baby scratch.
This is like 1 minute.
Actually, that's
Or is that
quite
on
the
my
hunk.
computer?
Look
No,
at
actually,
that
no,
look
no.
on that.
Yeah.
This is just
Right?
out of the womb. The doctor pulls Josh out. He's wearing a nice Swedish like woolen shirt and a.
Is that
beanie.
really baby Josh?
That
That's-
baby could smell as well as parents.
Nah, just like that's really baby.
Could smell as well as Perrin.
Hmm. Why don't you tell us
Alright.
what that means metaphorically?
It means it had big nostrils.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
And a wolf nose.
That
Just a
ain't-
big, a honking nose.
big
Just
old
like, look at
nostrils.
those.
Big old trollic nose.
Just like a coke dealer's
Can you
wet
imagine?
dream.
Oh, look at your baby. It's got a trollic nose. Nice.
Beautiful.
See the Trolloc nose, honey?
That's how the Trollocs came about. Just one baby left unkempt.
One baby with big old
One
nostrils.
unkempt baby. Baby.
Baby. Big
Baby.
nose, baby.
One unkempt baby.
What's the matter, big nose, baby?
Your little baby.
So, last chapter of this is called Leave Takings. Leave Takings is a popular term for chapters. This is not the first one we've seen. I think there was one in Eye of the World, and I think there was another one in The Great Hunt. There may or may not. But Leave Taking, it is also the episode 1 name of the series on Amazon. It's called Leave Taking.
The series that shall not be named.
The series that shall not
Did
be
I
named.
see something about? Never mind.
Yep.
You sure?
Do you know your hair matches your headphone cables?
Was there like a Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Season 3? Approved? Oh my gosh, my phone thought I said Siri. Fucking bitch.
It's like, what?
She's all, I didn't get that. Can you repeat? Shh.
Yeah. So season 3 is,
Season
I
3.
think, mostly confirmed. I think, right? I don't know if it's 100% confirmed. But yes. They're
Okay.
filming
I
to...
did not know. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, not
Rumor
important.
has it.
Anyways, right.
Look at all these rumors around me
Every
day.
day. You got no
Just need
time.
Some
Time to get away, yeah.
away.
Rumor has it.
Right. Who sings that song? I'll give you
Eldebarge?
$1.
Right, Ryan?
No, it's not Eldebarge.
Is it? Oh, is it? Bell,
not gonna get it.
Bell, Biv, or DeVoe?
No, it's none of the three.
Is it Donatello?
No.
Fuck. Is it
Like-
chat? No. I want to know.
Donatello of
Oh my god.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fame?
No, not the pizza eating like fighter of crime.
Wow.
What was his weapons?
Staff?
I mean, I know the answer.
Okay, lay it on us
I
then,
do
Brother
too.
Dan, so we
I'm
can
not
move
gonna,
on.
I know Brother Dan knows the answer, so I'm not gonna fucking go there because
Rumor has it.
yeah. Okay, so come on.
No, it's not that song. It's the one that goes, look at all these rumors. Rumor has it. It's a different one. Rumor has it. I think it's like Sheena Eastern or something like that. Rumor has
What?
It's a female. It's a female. Just a female. This
Oh,
is the time.
wait. Is it Eddie Murphy?
No.
I'm gonna.
No.
I'll Google it.
Is it Eddie
That's
Murphy?
not a. Don't Google it. That's cheating.
Wait, I thought you knew.
I know
You're
the
so-
other one.
Yeah.
They're two separate songs, right?
All right.
Apparently, we're talking.
So the
about
one that
two-
goes, look at all these rumors around.
who
me
sang that?
every day." That's Timex Social Club.
Oh,
Rumor has it is Adele.
That's a
Adele?
Yes.
Rumor has it. And then Taylor
What?
Swift. Doesn't Taylor
Adele?
Swift as a fucking version of it? or
Is that on Adele 15?
21.
Jesus, I hate. I hate that she does her albums like that.
Is it really?
That's
I don't
it.
think it's not that. It's not the
Jeez.
same song.
Those
It has to be a different
You know
song.
what?
Dave.
I really thought it was more Swift. It was more to like Taylor Swifty.
No.
That's it.
Oh,
that's it.
yeah, that's
Rumor has
Adele.
it.
We're
Yeah,
getting
that's
this. We're getting
That
this.
makes. Yeah, I love.
No,
Adele,
we're getting this
but-
canceled, Dan.
Sorry. Yeah, good job, Ryan.
Jesus.
I'm
Good
not
job.
doing it for 5 seconds.
That was some
No, you can't.
algorithm.
You can't do anything for like a second.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
it's
like
it.
really
It's it.
bad.
That's the song. That's the song.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
fucking
Dan,
get-
just like-
I'm gonna jump through the
That's
screen.
the song.
In a
That's the
second, you're
song.
gonna be poltergeist.
Well, you know what, right? You know what?
Three,
We get demonetized every show
two,
Ryan's on.
Rumor has it.
Yeah.
I'm coming
That's
for
it.
ya.
But look at all these rumors.
Rumor
It's Time
has
X
it.
Social Club. Anyways, fucking A. Leave takings. Leave
Kidding.
takings.
Kidding.
Be careful with the buttons. I don't want
I
you.
know. Trigger finger.
We're
Sorry.
not
Watch
leave
that
taking
button.
the show right now.
Yeah, there you watch it. Watch it.
I'm
watch
not
it,
going to touch
watch it,
anything. I'm holding
Watch
onto my
it.
book.
Watch it. All right. It's a parent chapter. He did not sleep well, and it is a drinking obligation. Quote, small wonders, such dreams wakened him with a jerk.
Cheers to small wonders.
So
Small sip.
let's drink.
Small wonders.
Let's drink to waking with a jerk. You know what I mean?
All the boys wake up in wet sheets
Wow.
with a jerk.
Wait, or they could all just be watching Steve Martin's The Jerk.
The jerk.
Oh my
On
god, I love
VHS.
that movie.
They wake up
on
next
VHS.
to this guy. He's like, I'm a wild
their
and crazy
antique-
guy.
I got rhythm, mama.
Mama, I got rid- he hates these cans.
Stay away from the cans.
It's not the cans. The smuck
Things are
at you.
gonna start happening to me now.
Remember Jackie Mason? Your schmuck. All right, so
I
Karen
could
gets-
go on and on about that movie.
The
So,
Jerk-
Brother Dan,
The Jerk
don't
is fun.
challenge me on the jerk.
Hey, you know what, Kay? I don't
Trivia.
need anything. I don't need anything except
Now
for
be
this
fun.
ashtray. I don't need anything but this ashtray
This
and this
ashtray,
remote
this
control.
phone book, this remote control.
I don't need anything but
I
this
don't need
ashtray, this
anything.
remote control, and this phone book, and then I'm going. This phone book, this ashtray, this remote control,
remote
and this bowling ball, and that's all I
bowling
need.
ball, That's all
And
I need.
I
That's
don't
all
need
I need
anything.
too. I don't need anything else.
Do you remember when he
All right.
kicked Iron Nuts McKenzie?
Iron Nuts McKenzie. Wait. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Okay, well, but that was not.
That's when the-
funniest part of
I mean,
movie,
it's
though.
kind
I
of-
love when he brings the dog out in front. And he's like, he's already reading the message in the bathtub, right?
Hey, you don't call
Hey,
that
guys.
dog hero. You call that dog shithead.
Yeah. You don't call that dog hero. You call that dog shithead.
All right, come along, shithead.
Good. Come along, shithead. And shithead
Very good.
stops.
All right.
Oh God, we could reenact the whole thing.
All right, no. So loyal. So a parent gets up early. Parent's like, I'm already up. I didn't sleep with shit. Had bad dreams. I'm off to see Loyal. He goes to Loyal. Loyal's got a great room, guys. Like the first real room that fits him.
Yes. And
That's
he
so
is,
cute.
and he's
I know. I love
happier
his
than we've ever seen him, yeah.
doorway.
And he seems happy. He's like, good morning, parent. Oh, yeah. I have a bed that fits. This is great. I have a dresser. I can sit in a chair.
Night,
Bye,
Hedski.
Hedski. Love you.
Love you.
Call me. There are flowers all over Perrin's room.
Nice.
Sorry, Loyal's room. And Perrin's like, wow, it smells great in here. Look at all these flowers, right? And Loyal is kind of weeded out a little bit. He has like a bump on his head, and he's kind of limping. He's like, yeah, I didn't want to bother Moraine. No big deal. I'm fine. And then Fail pops out. Bum, 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 bum. Fail, who Perrin just broke up with, right? Right?
I
Fail's
love
still in the
Fi-
picture.
Oh no,
What?
she's a fucking badass in this scene. I love.
All right.
Fire.
Yeah, so she's like, hey, Perrin, you don't know it, but Loyal's a hero. These are from all the women in the stone. He like protected them all. He protected all the children. He's like, oh
Yay,
yeah,
Loyal.
Loyal's the best. She's like, yeah, so these are all from all them. I'd marry you if I could. All these women would fucking bone you or marry you. And he's like, oh, I don't want to hear about that. And Perrin's like, haha, you dummy. You don't know my friend the way I do. Yeah, how's that marriage going on, Loyal? He's like, I don't want to talk to my mom. So this whole thing happens.
Fail's a badass, and she tricks him.
So tell me, so you say she's a badass, so you like her in this chapter. correct?
I do. I liked it. I liked reading it because I was just like, ooh, you sneaky little fucker. You know, because I mean, it was fun. And yeah, she's just like, yeah, you got to take me through. Isn't this the chapter where she's like, you got to take me through the ways? You got to, or was that the first? Yeah, okay, we're there.
Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, so yeah, she's like, you got to take me through the ways, and you have to ask, and you have to ask first. So ask.
And he's like, fuck you.
Until you ask, you will follow me like a little puppy.
Loyal's my friend, not yours. What's going on here?
I know.
I was afraid no, you hit Kay.
I mean, so let's put this in real life situation. Let's say you broke up with someone, and then it was like, all right, so I'm gonna go with my best friend, and we're gonna go on a trip, and then he's like there saying, oh, I just talked to your best friend, and she said that she won't go anywhere unless we go too. No. I mean, it's kind of messed up. I mean, she's badass.
It's messed up.
But it's
you don't do that.
It's stalker stuff.
Hey, you know, it's like fuck. I honestly forget the phrases. I want to remember the phrases.
Parents' reasons for
stitches or something.
leaving her behind are more fucked up than her manipulations to go with him. His coddling her, his not seeing her as an equal, those I believe are more fucked up than her using whatever she can to make sure that she's there with him when he needs her the most.
For being a partner who is devoted to enthusiastic consent, I can't see why you're holding that position.
That's interesting.
That's only with fucking.
It is truth. Fact.
No, it's in everything.
Brother Dan, that is an interesting concept. Why would he be doing that?
Josh, what are your thoughts about this dynamic?
You're basically calling Fael the Yoko Ono of the Evanfield 5 right now, Dan?
I did. Those are your words?
Go.
You said what you said.
Oh, no. Well, I love Fael. Josh, do you have something?
All right, well, no, I mean, let's let's have at it. Parent doesn't want to see him die. How is that saying she's not equal? Why does not he tell her the whole story so that they can strategize together?
He's trying to save her, obviously.
Yeah,
am I too loud?
Say, go away.
Right? No. I mean, he tried that. He tried that.
Yeah,
she won't go. She won't budge. She's fucking badass. She's
that's
gonna
when you get restraining orders.
Her ground. No. No. I think this is just emphatic love, consent type stuff on one end.
Yeah, one-sided for sure.
I could be. Yeah.
Josh, what are your thoughts about this dynamic as far as her not really abiding by what parents' obvious wishes are?
I mean, he didn't tell her the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't believe him. And she's going to weasel her way in. I mean, I'm not really a fan of her character in this chapter. I find her kind of annoying and still sort of petty, but I mean, I can wrap that up with...
Totally agree. Still like her.
Yes.
I can wrap that up with the
awesome.
Tying it back like we talked about to the TAVERN-ness, and like maybe she's being pulled along regardless, whether she likes it or not, whether he wants it or not. In the same way that like we find that Matt is being sent to Ruidian, which just means that Egwene is going to drag him along, and we saw Avienda getting sent back to Ruidian despite her obvious desire to not go there. So it seems like the wheel has plans for all of them.
Yeah,
okay, so you are seeing Matt going with Egwene and Avienda?
Yeah.
Road trip.
My prediction. Anyways.
Okay. Like going to Burning Man?
Let's get snacks, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, so I mean, all right, so back before we go back to into predictions, like, how are we not even talking about Loyal's feelings?
So I mean, the only thing I have to say about this part of the chapter is that I feel like I've been proven right. Loyal's book is called The Dragon Reborn.
You know what? You did see my text message, right?
No.
Fuck. I may not have sent it. There's been a lot going on in the past 2 days. Honest to God. Last 24 hours. Anyways, so I really do agree with you. I think that to your point, I agree that I think Loyal is writing this book. And it, I mean, there were so many things in these chapters as I dropped.
So my thought is that Loyal only wrote the first 3 books.
Really?
And
well,
that's why the Arthurial voice changed in the 4th book here. Because we're no longer reading
all his notes. He's gathering his he was like, "Oh, I can gather my notes."
Oh, but he has
then I'm not going to be able to write
But he's leaving.
He got taken home.
He can't.
He got taken home by his mom.
The story is told.
He only had time to write the 3rd book.
The time to write this book.
Because he got married off and he was no longer able to publish.
You guys are fucking killing me right now.
That's
amazing.
Well, I'm gonna drink to Josh's misogynist.
Loyal, right?
You know, once you get married, you can't be a writer. So let's.
Well, in the Ogier world, right? I mean, like they're not really allowed lots of things. It seems like the Ogiers.
It's under the thumb of his mom.
Yeah, they're really little mama's boys.
So there is a battle of wills here. Perrin and Fael are battling over Loyal. Poor Loyal, to your point, Ryan, is really caught in a fucked situation. He's
a rock and a hard place.
I want to help my friend. And she's like, well, you said. And he's like, well, yeah, I know, but this is dumb.
More like a Dwayne Johnson in a hard place, if you know what I mean.
Hey,
oh my gosh, he didn't go there. What? Wait, who am I? I don't know.
Do you smell what the Fael is cooking? So,
smells burnt.
Smells stank.
Perrin's like, well, fuck you guys. I'm not gonna. I refuse to apologize or beg to go with my friend to my home. You weirdo. Fine, I'm not even gonna write. I'll just follow you. I'm not even gonna talk to you. Fine.
I agree, Glenn.
He's signing yes
it's bad.
to the fucking camera to Glenn. Yes, Glenn.
Are you doing like the ball following all Pilos? I think this is and it reads
so
along.
Cute.
All right, so no, yes, but is there any? Do you think it's fair criticism that Perrin was not talking to Fael about what's going on? Okay, that's right. Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yes, and I'm done.
Perrin obviously knows that this is a one-way trip for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get anyone, and he says, God forbid that she come and try to stop it, then she's going to die too. He doesn't want any of that. He kind of mentions that a couple times in his thoughts, like, well, God forbid you actually see this thing going on.
He's really worried about her.
He's worried about her.
He clearly doesn't understand love. Like, she's not gonna, like.
Oh,
yes,
Josh,
yes.
please explain love.
Yes, no, I'm with Josh.
I do agree. Also, I want to understand this.
I'm just saying, like, if the wellspring of goodwill is filled, you'll be by one another's side no matter what's going on, right? Like, that's
Yes,
It's like
for sure. You do, right? Like you do for each
I
other.
want to know what love is.
Be there when
Well,
things
right.
are the hardest. And
It's like that
and
depth charge
have
song.
one of those back, you know?
Not depth charge. That Death Cab song that says "Love is watching someone die."
Have they
And
made
Parent
any
is
music
like
with lyrics like
thinking
that?
it's love is letting
someone
not
go
see
so that
you
they
die.
don't see you die. I mean,
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
he's got such a
It's
big.
like a bird. Let them and the falcon, right? Like it's like the you want to talk fucking metaphors?
Yes, go. Oh, I see it
Let
happening.
the
Look-
fucking falcon go so that they will come back to you. And so he's like just fucking cut her loose and
Well,
just been like,
well,
Well,
go,
he's got a
bitch,
big heart.
go, and it's for the right reasons.
uh-huh.
Granted,
He does have a big heart, but he also
Yes.
seems to not be willing to be ashamed.
Nope.
He's also prideful,
so
despite
Yes.
his big heart.
yes, and he's also prideful.
I agree. Yeah. Well,
We
it's,
really need to take that improv class, eh?
Well, what we're gonna, I guess we'll find out later. Like we'll have to read on and find out. Our Rafa, this, you know, was it a good decision to bring her or not? We'll find out. What's your guess? Do you think he's gonna regret bringing her, or do you think he's gonna be happy about bringing her?
I feel like
I think they're
she-
destined.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Go.
No, go ahead.
We both.
I'll
have
remember
lots of
what I was
thoughts
gonna
about
say.
this. I won't. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, bud. Shit. What was the question?
Orchid Eater.
Hey,
Hello. I
Hello.
am
Josh,
trying to figure out what your picture is. I love it.
Josh.
What do you think of the? Do you think that Perrin will regret bringing her with him?
Oh,
not?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's your prediction right now? Is this like
In this
a
moment,
foreboding thing where her
in this
jumping
moment,
in?
no, I think Robert Jordan does this like opposite thing where he probably will be like, oh my gosh, he was so resistant to this at first, and so Fael couldn't come with, and for all these reasons, and he was so determinant about it, and then nope, she makes a big deal. Like I think she makes a splash, probably, in Edmondsfield, where they're headed, or maybe where they're maybe headed.
Where are they or will they make it to Edmondsfield? It's a good
Right? Will they make it? I don't know yet.
I think they will. He will both regret it and not regret it. It will be essential
Well, yeah,
to
she's a fucking
whatever
bitch.
happens in the story. I mean, I guess maybe
Right.
that's obvious.
But
But he will also regret it to a certain extent, but also be proven that she needed to be there. And I think that they're going there. I still see Perrin as like, whereas Matt, we see like marrying the 9 Moons goddess or whatever, and like Rand goes off to be the dragon. I think Perrin is the one to go back and put down roots and become like essentially the new leader of Manetheren.
Totally. I totally.
So
see
who will
that.
be
I
his
agree with
queen?
you so
Fael?
much.
So
I think so.
Barrelane?
I think Fael is like fucking like she's got her claws in
Talons in him?
You know, yeah, she's got her
So
talons. in.
just a couple
Just like-
episodes ago, Josh, you had said that Matt was the one who was most connected to Manetheren, and stated like his old tongue and the blood of Manetheren seems strongest in Matt.
Right, but I
think
don't
Matt's
think
gonna
that
end
he's,
up
I
in
don't
another
think he's the
fucking
one
world.
going back there though. I don't.
Okay.
I think Perrin's. I've always said Perrin's going to be the one to like rule, or essentially like return and bring with him his fate.
Okay. Okay.
all right. So I
With
looked it
that-
up. Orchid Eaters. Her picture is this character named Eugene the Jeep.
Jeep.
This looks very familiar. Don't know where this looks familiar from. I'm really. It smells
That
familiar
looks
too.
otherworldly.
Okay.
faux show. What is
Welcome.
this?
This is her avatar. Look at or not. I don't know her or him. Sorry, Orchid
There.
Eater.
Them.
That little picture
We
down
don't
there.
know. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I asked,
Yeah,
and
Orchid
now we
Eater.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
cute.
So
My
Perrin
gosh.
bails to
Looks
go
like-
get ready.
Looks like a Tigger type animal.
It does, huh?
Yeah.
So Perrin goes to get ready. He's like, fine, I'll see you in 2 hours. He runs into his good buddy Gall. Gall of the Stone Dog set. Yeah, I know. He says, quote,
This was sweet.
Randall Thor took me aside and spoke to me, asking me to tell no one. I think he spoke to others too, but I do not know how many will want to go with you. We have been on the side of the Dragon Wall for a long time. He's like, Rand asked you to come with me? He said, quote, he said only that you were going and that there were men who might want to kill you. I mean to accompany you, though, if you will have me. This is the Aiel that Perrin had saved in the cage. Gall.
Right. Go on.
And they took out some white cloaks, and now Perrin is going to deal with white cloaks because he murdered some, partially on account of Gall. So Gall's a stand-up guy. He's like,
Yeah.
I
like the
hear people wanna kill you.
Aiel folk so far. Like, they've all been pretty, well,
I mean, yeah.
have they all been pretty? I don't know. But, I mean, I like a few of them so far.
I like
Yeah.
all of them. I think they're the.
I think they're really
they're
good
true to their
people.
word.
They are. They have
Hmm.
like this consistent thing on. Agreed. Yeah.
and they do sex stuff with spears. The main
Well,
kid.
then there's that,
yeah.
which
You
I
know.
also like.
And he's like, Perrin's like, fuck yeah, we're gonna go in the ways. Is that cool? And Gall simply says, death comes for all men, Perrin. It was
That
hardly a comforting answer. And then it jumps to Elaine. Is there anything else about Perrin and Fael and Gall and Loyal? Any of this that we wanted to mention?
Give me just a second. There it is. Just a quick sec. Was there anything Joshy? Sweet little Joshua.
Sweetums.
Sweetie Poo.
Joshy Poo?
Poozles. Mushy moo moo
No.
moo moo moo.
Well, if there's anything that pops up, Kay, just go ahead and let us know. But we'll jump into the Elaine.
No, I'm good. The Mash and
and-
Chin.
Elaine is sitting with the girls. Oh, Mash and Chin. Talk to me.
I have a few things highlighted about the Mosh and Chin, just like how freaky that was. So, hey, right, can you turn the music down just like a tad
Yes.
for me? Thanks. I have that is dangerous, Perrin, Loyal said worriedly. The ways are dark if you miss a turning or take the wrong bridge by accident. You could be lost forever. You know, the whole thing, right? It's just the Mashin Chen was something that was super scary, and that also Maureen had explained a little bit better, I thought. In
Well, they do say that Mashin Chin eats souls. It says the Black Wind eats souls, which I'm not sure if that's been laid out distinctly what it does, but it eats your damn soul.
right.
Which again ties. I think we did learn. We talked about this maybe 5 or 6 shows ago, where we were talking about why Padden Fane was able to walk cleanly through the ways, because like Machin Shin was like, "You're tasteless. Like, there's nothing here to consume."
Yeah.
And someone, I forget who gave us the exact quote, but someone in the chat provided the quote, and we looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that either, but
As you were speaking, Kay, I mean, imagine getting lost in the ways. So, like, you're following Loyal, you stop to tie your shoe, and then you can't see the light ahead of you. You kind of jog on up, and there's no light. You jog, you're running, and they're gone. What?
It's just the scariest. I can't imagine, and I have imagined it too many times during this read of like going through the ways and the Mushinchin, and then like falling. Okay, if you get lost in the ways, like you fall for eternity until the Mushinchin just fucking eats you up and consumes your soul.
Only your soul. Your body's still good.
You're still good. You're just like an empty shell that maybe with a brain that can still think and have neurological pathways to understand the body, but nothing else is existent. I don't understand that concept. That's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Not that I believe in us, anyways.
Yeah.
Weird.
That to me would be creepy. At least if you find a waygate, you know how to at least open it. You find that weird trefoil leaf and you put it somewhere. Right. You can at least get out. I guess you know that, but gosh, who knows where you're traveling to? That'd be kind of fun. You just close your eyes and just travel the ways, and wherever you show up, you hope you packed okay.
I think you're packing okay if you got that leaf.
Did you bring your bathing suit? We're in Tanchico.
Tanning.
So the girls are sitting around bitching about Rand. Egwene is especially kind of miffed. She had the perfect plan. I'm gonna break up with you. I'll break up with Rand, and Elaine will jump right in. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Gone. I'm in. But apparently, like, his reaction isn't much to their liking. It seems that Elaine had written him a letter, but then she eventually wants to like rewrite this letter at the end.
She wants to take everything back.
Everyone's kind of pissed.
Which is typical. I mean,
yeah.
Come on, we go through this.
We all text and you're like,
genders go through this. You're like, fuck! I shouldn't have sent that text message. I want to retract everything I just said.
Right.
And you can't retract a text. So.
Or a letter.
Or a letter, apparently.
Or a puppet dick pic.
Or a puppet dick. What? Can you send me one, Ryan? I haven't seen one ever.
That would be the best photo of the year.
It would. It would be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's send it. Give it to our Patreons.
Yeah, only.
Ryan's dick pic.
Patreons only, Ryan's dick pic. Okay.
Right.
So, moving on.
So Elaine has Egwene's ring.
I see everyone going to Patreon right now and like rapidly unsubscribe.
I really hope they don't. They should. If you want a puppet, you want a dick pic of this puppet. You do.
All right, we got a drink. Men are difficult at the best, said Nynaeve. All right, thanks, Nynaeve. Wow. I'm pretty easy going, but all right.
The way of the leaf. I love you guys.
We love you.
We love you.
But not at the same time.
No.
High fiving?
Oh, like the Pearl Jam album?
Like a unstable sawhorse.
Like an unstable family. Okay.
A rickety H. It's funny, Nynaeve saying men are difficult at best. Nynaeve gave an understanding look. What the fuck does she know? She's had one boyfriend.
She said nothing.
And she's like, oh yeah, men. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, right? All you have is land. And by the way, he didn't even knock. He just busts into the room all pissed off.
Also, I love where this is going. Keep going.
He is raging. He's like, you told me you were going to Tarvalon. She said, I never said that. He's like, you insinuated. She's like, well, maybe, but whatever. He actually says, quote, I'll not let you go into that, referring to Tanchico. And, and she's like, huh, you're going to question Moraine? You're going to question Amarillo? You're going to question me? You silly sucker. And she says, you will remain with Moraine. Because he's like, you know what, I can just come. I can just come and protect you. Fuck it. I can just do it. And she's like, no, I order you. And she whips out the Amarillan letter. And is like, yeah. So you have to listen to me, bucko. He's like, well.
Yeah. We're going to go into the worst neighborhood and watch Planet of the Apes.
Because I tell you to.
In Tanchico.
What does that mean? I don't even know. Planet of the Apes?
You don't know the reference?
No.
Oh,
no?
we'll talk later. It's Joe Rogan. I sent you a video.
How do you look? I sent you a video.
I sent you a video.
You guys are doing great puppetry right now. Good job. Keep going. This is good.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, thank you, Niles.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just a coincidence.
No.
There is one last. Is it the last? It is the last. No, second to last drinking obligation. For shutting someone
Second
up
to
by
last?
kissing them. It says, "You are very full of yourself, Outland MaTsDaGgerX. We do as much as you will." And he says, "Full of myself, Nynaeve Almira. I am full of myself." One moment, Nynaeve
Smooch.
just time to gape
And
at
she
the
goes,
tall man
punch,
leaping
smack,
toward
smack.
her. The next, her shoes were dangling
Can
a
we
foot
act
off the
this out?
floor.
Do
and
it.
She was being
Come
quite
on, put
thoroughly
Brother
kissed.
Dan and I up there.
At first, she kicked his shins and hammered him with her fists and made sounds of frantic, furious protest. But her kicks slowed and stopped. And then she was holding onto his shoulders and not protesting at all. Yeah, that's it, mate. Here, jump in my arms. Come on. Get ready. 2, 3. I'm picking you up. Oh, my back. Ow. Get off. No, get off. Ow. Okay, thanks. Oh, shit.
Did that work?
Ow.
Sorry.
Worked for me.
Did I hurt you?
Ow. You know what? Everyone thinks they're 18 until a woman jumps in your arm. Ow.
Right? I'm so sorry, baby. Did I hurt your back?
Oh,
Little-
no,
little
I'm
cutie
fine.
pie?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right,
I'm
good.
fine. Ow. Fuck.
Yeah.
Ow.
Get your ass up. Come on, finish
All right.
the show.
All right, I'm better.
I know.
Thank you.
Hey, and that is
No,
Puppet
I'm
with a
better.
hurt back.
That's how it's done, though, folks.
Yeah.
And look at
Guys,
The
like
word-
and subscribe, Patreon.
The worst hurt back in the world.
the worst.
Ryan, you were feeling
Hey,
it.
that
You were
was great. Otherwise,
I was in a
yes.
PTSD fugue because I have had back injuries,
Ow.
and I was speechless. I was like reenacting all the times
It's like
I've been on
it's
the
like a
floor.
spot I can't touch. It's like
Not all the time.
right
No.
right here. Ow. Okay. Guys,
All right, and then this is great. Wait. Watching Josh slowly lose his will to
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Like, can we get the show?
Yeah,
over
he's,
with,
like,
you
getting
guys?
lower.
Come on.
Josh knew
Little
what
bit
he
lower.
was getting into.
A little bit lower.
I just gave Josh my Swan Sanche thing. Said, here's my letter. I can pretend I have her back for 4 minutes. I can do what I want.
I can do no wrong.
All right, so at first she kicked his shins and hammered him with her fists. It made sounds of frantic, furious protest. But her kick slowed and stopped, and then she was holding onto his shoulders and not protesting at all. That is, you know, I've never pushed those boundaries before, so well done, I suppose.
Push those. You haven't had a moment of passion where you run towards your lover and
where my wife
Now
is
he
kicking my
has.
shins and hammering me with protest? No. And me not letting go? No.
yeah,
no.
but then it works.
Nope. Ryan, no. Yeah, Ryan, this is the first page of the manual from HR. No means no, buddy.
You're right.
Who's our? You know what? Yeah, contact.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, there's also a clause about having relations with employees, so we should probably
We really need to talk about all these things. This has really been very much an eye-opening episode. I'm not sure who needs. I'm trying to make this as discreet.
Don't worry
as
about it. We're not
possible.
recording. There's
Just
no
don't-
recording of this.
There's
No one's
okay,
watching.
Good,
No one's
good.
watching.
Thank you. At least there's that. I mean,
Hey, you know what? Poke the
Thank you.
meekest dog too often, and he will bite, says Elaine.
well,
Well,
they do. Dogs. Come on.
that was a segue. That was a clever segue. Nynaeve, so Lan pretty much is like, all right, he busts in. He's like, what the fuck? I want to come with you. She said, no. In fact, I order you. Here's the note. You must stay. He kisses her aggressively, frantically, passionately.
We don't need to. We
like
don't
a
need to.
pirate novel.
Not again, right? Right? No, we're good. Yeah.
She hated his lips and yet felt the burn of his passion against her mouth. And although she
His
punched at
manhood
his
pressed against
chest,
her thigh.
she felt her resistance slip down as her
I can't
as
even.
her
Let's
tarpaulin
just-
got moist.
Everything.
I do love Rand's
As our
metaphor.
tarvalon got moist.
Yeah.
I think that's what he just said.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. You have made a place in my heart where I thought there was no room for anything else. You've made flowers grow where I cultivated dust and stones.
Mhm.
Remember this on this journey you insist on making. If you die, I will not survive you long.
This is so true.
Oh, man.
So.
And and he
True.
pretty much like, say the word and I'm coming. And she's like, no, I'm not saying it. Everyone was like, Nynaeve, you could have had him. And she's like, no, I will not do it this way. I don't want this broken oath hanging over us.
It's getting steamy in
When
here.
when I take him, he's gonna be all mine.
Now, so Lan is bonded to Moiraine, and
Mic drop.
we've all learned about what that means if he lost Moiraine and what, you know, he'll be stepping time into the Sepulchre, right? Like it's so bad. And now we just learned that he's got another woman. He's like, man, if you die, I won't live.
That's a lot of obligation. This
Like
is
Lan is
I-
like
the way
Lan
I
is,
read
like,
that-
super codependent.
No, I read that differently. I read that to say that he would go and avenge her death in the wake of her death.
Really? I did not read it that way.
Not that he would die because she died, but because he would give up Moiraine,
If
that
you
would
die,
go-
I will not survive long.
survive
Can he
you
give
long.
up Moiraine? Can he just run away from Moiraine? And
I
He's
will
about to
not
do it here. He was
survive
about to
you
do it.
long.
But can't. Okay, so what's the water bond mean? Can a water just walk away from his Aes Sedai?
They have to be released, right? Well, although this does imply that he.
We've
might be
already
able-
seen him testing the links in the chain.
This is true.
He's
Also,
already
I hate to bring up the
disobeyed
show.
her.
Yeah,
Egwin
the show
says,
sucked.
Nynaeve, why did you do that?
that
He was
reason.
ready to go with you.
And we've already heard Moiraine talk about releasing him too, right? Or at least threatening to like send him to the Greens.
Right. We have heard that in the books.
Yeah.
So that
there's
part
already
holds up.
machinations.
I'm really trying to like separate the show from the books, and that's difficult sometimes. But you're right. In the books, we have seen that. So maybe that is possible. Maybe the warder can break that. But she says she doesn't want to have that on his conscience. She wants him to be able to be all hers for just her own, for just that. She doesn't want that to be on his conscience. So that implies that he can, So
it's not like the Sei-Chan or Sei-Chan. Like they aren't literal silver leashes. Like
I had a seitan chicken burrito the other
where
day.
they're
shading
S&Ming them into into submission, but like the warder's bond it's still free will. It seems like.
Yeah. It does. It doesn't seem like it's like an oathy bond.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like
as
much as the oathy bond
rod?
that the Aes Sedai take, like it's not an oath rod.
Well, have we ever heard?
That's what I mean.
Have we heard of any example in the books so far of a warder like walking away from an Aes Sedai? Has that like been mentioned? Is there lore of it?
No, I don't think we have yet. No.
But no, I like that idea.
Yeah.
All right, so they're pretty much they go, oh yeah, that's right, Lan left. We were all here because we're all leaving, and we all should hug. So they all hug and cry. They're friends. They're gonna miss each other. Egwene's going to a dangerous desert with dangerous nomads, and Nynaeve and Elaine are going over to Tanchico, where Lan doesn't even want them going because it's so dangerous. So they're like, oh gosh. Our last drinking obligation is the quote, Nynaeve saying about Lan, he may be a man, but he is not a complete dolt. You know what? Fuck it. Let's drink.
Benjamin Reno says,
Am I the only one drinking, by the
I
way?
know
Is this a drinking obligation just for me? Am I just playing this game by myself here?
What?
All right, it ends with Elaine deciding she feels empowered by Nynaeve's treatment of Lan. She's like,
Gonna
fuck
write a
yeah.
second letter.
Says, quote, there had to be time between here and the carriage to locate paper and pen, Elaine decided.
Paper and Perrin.
I know, I heard that too.
Nynaeve had the right of it. Men needed a firm hand. Rand would find he could not get away from her so easily, and he would not find it easy to worm his way back into her good graces. And it ends with her determined to write this new letter right before they're all off to their own things.
When you say dangerous nomads, do you mean?
The IAO.
Yeah, but aren't they traveling? I mean, she's traveling with the IAO.
But,
with protection from the baddest dream lady that there is, who even,
everything
leader
that
of the clan
Egwene had
defers to.
heard up until where she met these people were that these were warmongering, dangerous black-veiled IL men,
Yep. Ale folk.
So I guess that's where that's coming from. Everything that she was raised with. It's like saying, "Hey, skeletons! If you see a skeleton, it's a scary thing if it's walking down the street." But then you meet a couple skeletons, you're like,
Are all the
right.
Def Leopards one-armed?
They're kind of cool. I would like my armor. Please get my Billy Squire. That's a joke, actually. So, anything that we missed in these 3 chapters? Matt, Rand, and Moraine in the.
All right, so VR, real quick. So yeah, the question: do we have up to the point in the story that we are example of a warder leaving the Aes Sedai for personal reasons? That's the question. I can't remember one, but you got to be careful. If it does happen later on, we should not know this. So
yeah, I don't think it does. That we have not read. I'll say right now, we haven't read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think it's not even mentioned in some sort of story of lore or whatever so far that I've read. But
nope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I do believe though, like I'm kind of on the fence with Josh, where I think they can if they want, but I do believe
if they
that
want what?
they can if they want, but I
Walk
can't.
away.
I can't imagine that emotionally being. I mean, I guess it'd have to it would literally have to be the love of your life. That would be emotionally enough, because there's going to be a loss. You can't you would feel
There's a bond
severing
there, right? It seems to me there is a specific.
Yeah.
If the bond
water bond, yeah.
Right? Like,
and
we
so
know
does the bond even get severed, or would you still be connected? But
well, if the Aes Sedai doesn't want to sever it, then the Aes Sedai doesn't sever it.
And then it's just like, what then? Then what is that? How do you connect? How do we relate that to our lives and understanding, so that we can possibly understand this Aes Sedai warder bond, and then Nynaeve coming in? And what if Lan decided to break that, but Moraine decided not to? And what if Lan and Nynaeve decided to be together, and Moraine decided not to break that thing? I mean, like that's I think Nynaeve's big fear right now. Sorry.
Wait, all right. So are we saying? Are we talking about someone whose name starts with an E? Like, so people are saying that this has already happened in book 1. Are they saying
Wolf brother?
Are we saying Elias walked away from his Aes Sedai, or did they? I thought his Aes Sedai died. But yeah, maybe. All right.
Was it a walk away?
We don't know the story yet. We don't know the story yet. Yeah, I guess that's the story. We don't know yet. So we know that he is an ex warder.
Ex warder, right?
But that's all. So we don't know why of his backstory.
But he didn't kill. He didn't kill himself with Japanese style self-suicide.
With fucking sake bombs.
Sake bombs. Kamikazes!
All right, no, hey.
Ready, Land, compile.
Up, down, pound.
No, it just seemed like it would be such an. I mean, like the amount of turmoil that Lan is in that moment when he's ready to leave Moraine.
Napaku, that's the word.
Moraine, he's ready to leave this woman he's been like with for almost 20 years, right? Not fully 20 years. What? How
no! Like, how can you? Well, fuck that. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but.
fair.
It doesn't matter how long, okay? It matters the bond. The bond seems like this is an unbreakable type of one.
Let's all remember Stefan. R.I.P. Stefan.
You know, no, not for me. But
but like Lan,
otherwise, like fine. And yes, I get the point of Stefan being like that warder that, you know, often
behind the
because
warder's
he couldn't
curtain.
fucking handle his Aes Sedai, bitch. Anyway, dying, which is sad and tragic.
No,
of course, but shit.
What a great discussion, though. I love it.
Yeah. So next time we are doing 3 chapters again. It's slightly longer. It's about 10 or 12 pages longer than this week's, but I think we can get through it. You can just kind of skip over some stuff.
Sounds good.
All right.
It's good for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's leaving the Stone of Tear, though.
Mm-hmm.
It does look that way. I also would love... Oh, sorry.
Shedding tears. I like that.
I'd love to
I'm
have
sorry,
one of
Kay, I
those
didn't
little archways, though, right? Go in and ask. Oh, nice, Ryan. That's
You know, I
fucking
remember
beautiful.
that creature.
Well done.
It's
And it is like a Tigger.
It smells like an old couch.
It's
I don't
totally like a
remember what it was.
Tigger.
I think
Yeah.
it was called.
Like a
Was it in like
ex-smoker's
Popeye?
couch.
Yeah, just like
single wide.
like a couch I'd fall asleep on in college.
Beer and burnt cigarette.
Yeah, burn it down. Yeah.
Oh,
All
you
right,
guys
guys.
reminiscing? Should we leave you to it?
Beer, butts, and butt. All right.
Oh, beer
Yeah.
butts and beer
Beer
tigger
butts and-
butts and beer tigger butts.
No, yeah, it
Beer
is from
tigger butts and
Popeye.
beer
Yeah, I
tigger
called it, Ryan.
You're
That's
amazing.
in the brain. And there was Alice. Alice was that weird creature, that a non-binary creature named Alice that was like a giant. Yeah.
Or OE, you'd have to actually like calculate the amount of time we're actually spent on the story
Yeah, that's a good point.
versus whatever the fuck else we're doing, and then you'll see
You know what?
we could have probably done 1.5.
Yeah, you know.
And for that, I say apologies, Josh.
All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll be here on. Are we here on Sunday, Ryan? It's Super
Oh
Bowl
man,
Sunday.
maybe they could tell. Oh hey, BTP.
Hi, Black Tower.
Hi, Black Tower.
Are we
I
doing
mean,
something
yeah.
for Super Bowl Sunday, or are we just taking it?
Lovely saying, hey,
I don't know.
Thank you.
We'll talk. Does it? I don't think anyone's gonna be watching on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Fuckers. Love you guys
Boba
too.
Fett. Have any of you watched the Book of Boba Fett?
My kid has. I have not.
Negative.
Oh, they're so good.
Negatory.
Are
No,
they?
why would I? Why would I watch that?
Do you like Star Wars universe
A
stuff?
little bit. I
like-
like.
okay.
Did you
Yoda.
watch? Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I like the Mandalorian.
Yes.
It
I did.
ties directly to The Mandalorian, and it's just as good.
All right. Do you want to do a spin-off show?
Fine, I shall watch it.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I'll be
right.
a first time. Ryan, we'll be first time
I'd
watchers.
love to watch
and
it.
Know all this.
Yeah. Flip the script. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's All right,
Let's
guys,
have-
we're doing 3 chapters next week. I'm gonna go. It's after 1 a.m.
Yeah, I gotta
We
get
all
back
need
to-
some sleep.
I
It's
love
been
you,
a
I'm
long
proud of
week.
you. Get
Good night,
to
everybody.
the Filthy Animals.
Woo!
Yeah.
Next week we'll have Todd. And I
Yes.
am Ryan's
Bottoms.
brother Dan.
And I am Ryan. Yeah. Hey, run for your lives because this is the way of the leaf.
Yay!